me go get some agua. We got to drink water. Water's good for you. We got to drink water. So how about you? More and more and more water. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Let's see what we've got. Hey, what's up? What's up, Caleb? How you doing? Good to see you live again. Yeah, man. Thank you. Decided to to go live at least once this week. Hi, the best power skill in the world. Oh, that's so kind of you. Thank you. Let me just close my door. I have to go get some water real quick, so... Hey, what's up, Scott? Another day of existing. It do be like that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It do be like that. What's up on the inside? How's everybody doing today? How's everybody's day going? Oh, thank you, Drake. I really do appreciate that. So, I have nothing planned for this stream. My birthday is technically tomorrow. I was like, I want to stream at least once this week, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I do not think I'm going to be able to do it within this whole week, only because, what the fuck are some of these mangas? I wouldn't be able to do it mostly throughout this week, at least streaming. I wouldn't be able to stream throughout this week, only because it's kind of rough, man. Hey, what's up, Brown Pants? It's kind of rough. I've had to take a doctor procedure. I had to go to like the doctors for procedure. I had to do some setup for that. It was the worst thing ever. It's thank you. It's not till tomorrow, but I appreciate it. Yeah, so I had to do like this whole like thing at the doctor's and stuff yesterday, and then, you know, I had to do some prep for that. So my week has just been sort of heavy with adulting and doing other stuff on the side. I was able to actually finish up recording the script. Yeah. I appreciate that. So I'm gonna read through some Bleach. I got like 20 chapters I need to read through. The last chapter of One Piece, yes. I have read through the latest chapter of One Piece. Where the fuck am I, actually? What the fuck was the last thing I downloaded for Bleach? So, I did read through 50 chapters of Bleach. I spent my entire Tuesday afternoon reading through 50 chapters of Bleach because I just didn't do that. Yeah, no, we're doing good. Health-wise, I'm fine. I just had to do like some procedure real quick. Once you start reaching unk ages... your body just starts to shut down. Life is meaningless. There's no point in ever. No, I'm just kidding. Nah, I just have to like go through some shit. It's fine though. But yeah, pretty heavy week for me, all things considered. I decided like, fuck it, let me just stream for today. It'll be fun. I can talk to you guys for like a little bit, not for too long, but not this week's, I suppose. I don't think it's out yet. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I'd actually be okay with it not being out yet. I'd rather it not be out yet, just because... let me just check. One Piece manga viz. Okay, so it is coming out this week. Holy shit. How do you feel about Renji Abarai canonically being taller than you? I mean, he could be taller than me. I'd still beat his ass. As soon as I hear Bankai... Hihio Zabimaru, whoever the new one is called, or Zo Zabimaru, I know I'm fine. I know that there's absolutely nothing that'll ever happen to me. I got a good video idea. CP9 versus the Shibuya Incident. Bro, that's not even close. Listen, I'll do a lot of things for my king, but Shibuya Incident, I think he gets curb stomped by CP9. CP9 would actually be probably interesting. How would they do it? I'd have to probably... I don't like equalizing, so I guess it would be a problem for them to like take down the curses. I think it would depend. So we got like 20 chapters of Bleach we got to read through. Yeah, I didn't read yesterday and I haven't read today. So yeah, it's about 20 chapters. We're gonna do that, and then we'll probably just fuck around for a bit. I'm gonna be on stream with you guys for like the next hour or so. to like 8 p.m. my time. Not gonna be here for long, but I just want to say you deserve a peek. Oh, thank you, Vince Smoke. I really appreciate that. How does a full power true form Sukuna solo ZP0? How fast? Depending on whether or not he has the world. I mean, full power. He has like the world cutting slash and shit. Most of the CP9 members, specifically, or not CP9, but ZP0, they don't really use anything too intense. They mostly just use martial arts. I've actually had a bit of issues lately trying to figure out whether or not Maharaga can actually adapt to physical blows. It's sort of a birthday stream, not really. Tomorrow's my birthday, but you could consider it. Bro, Eon teaches chess now. I don't teach Dude, I'm still waiting for chess to get its balance patch. That shit is too overpowered, man. The queen's too busted. I don't like it. It's a bit of an interesting thing because I don't think Maharaga can actually adapt to physical blows. Like, if it is just hand-to-hand combat, I don't know if Maharaga can adapt to that. I don't know if there's anything that even remotely implies it. You might be able to say that, like, he was adapting to Sukuna when Sukuna was, like, doing that Michael Jackson point and stare at him while Maharaga was, like, boxing the air, but I think it was boxing against his slashes. It's kind of weird, bro. Duolingo teaches chess now? Oh, okay. Is that true? I heard something about that. Did you see the sneaks for chess too? Seems like they'll add a monarch variant to the king. I hope so, man. They gotta change something up in the game. I feel like it's been just going on for too long. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, the meta just gets a bit too boring and a little too stale if you don't shake it up a bit. So I'm glad that they're at least adding the monarch. I also heard that they're gonna add a variant to the knight called the cavalry. But I'm not sure if it's gonna be good against bishops still, man. I don't know. I still need to see. The video drop. Before you start, how you feeling about Dragon's stocks right now in God Valley event so far, man? I mean, Dragon is just a brand new Marine at this point, right? Like, his stocks shouldn't really be going up that high, all things considered. Yeah, his stock shouldn't really be going up all that high unless he gets, like, some crazy feat in the next couple of chapters during God Valley, because he's supposed to be just your average Marine. Unless Garp was preemptively training, Dragon for years, if he is his actual, like, father. Actually, no, it said Monkey D. Dragon, right? So, he should definitively be Garp's son at the time. He didn't have Luffy anywhere near close unless he was married before that. I don't know, man. I don't know about Dragon stocks going up. And yes, I did actually read the JJK spinoff. For those of you that may not know, JJK did have a spinoff in the manga Maharaga vs. Sukuna. Sukuna hits dismantle, Maharaga hits dismantle. Sukuna tweaks out, domain plus Fuga, GG. Yeah, that's true. Never has a moment where he's casually tanking Gojo's punches. They've always affected him in the same way from what I've seen. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, hey, what's up, One Smart? That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I don't think that, like, Maharaga can, like, adapt to physical blows. So it shouldn't be capable of adapting to any of CP9's attacks besides maybe Rankyaku. Like, and only because, like, Rankyaku is a flying slash attack, and maybe it adapted to slashing attacks because of Sukuna. Though, he said it himself, I don't know if he's adapting to the curse technique itself or to slashing attacks in general. Do you scale... No, do you scale JJK according to the Naoya match Mach 3 statement being close to top tier? No. I don't scale JJK remotely close to that. There's... Hey, Halo Jeff, thank you so much for the 10 months, man. Happy birthday, Elon. We need to celebrate Papa Kunas today. We do. Okay. So... I don't believe in the Mach 3. I don't believe in the Mach 3 scaling, only because this all falls under the assumption that Naoya is anywhere even remotely close to any of the top tiers, which he never was. He was never considered the fastest Jujutsu sorcerer in the verse. He was considered the second fastest, and would have only been considered the fastest if it were not for Gojo. And that statement would only apply to living sorcerers as well. None of the Culling Game members or the Culling Game players would actually be accounted for in that statement. There's also the fact that, like, even if he became a curse, to actually scale Maki or anybody else to the whole Mach 3 thing, well, Maki wasn't, even though her body was, like, acclimating to her heavenly restrictions, she had reached the point yet where she could reach the true freedom that was sensing everything around her like Toji did. So you could easily just argue that, unlike, let's say, like, a full power Maki or what's his face, Toji, Naoya just isn't anywhere near as fast as those two. Also, the iPhone 17 dropped yesterday, and the AirPods Pro 4s are aiming next week. I mean, good for Apple people, but from a friend of mine, from the conversations I've had with a friend of mine, especially recently, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't like Apple products. Like, I'm happy for people that like the Apple stuff, but I don't know, man. Naobito was never considered, not even the second. No, I think it was Naoya. Naoya was stated to be somewhere like he would have been like the second fastest. Naoya. JJK. Smelting Man, blah blah blah. Sandals, Vengeful Spirit. Yeah, I don't care about that. Personality, confidently. From a young age, was always praised and genius. Naobito's arrogance and bridled levels. He looked down, weaker. Peer, Toji, took mock, cursed energy in spite of that. Ideology, Naoya felt he was understood, exceptional. Raised in an environment superiority, developed a sociopathic and narcissistic tendencies, strongly in the Zenin clan. Has no family values whatsoever other than to trying to outdo everyone in the head of the clan. Even expressed concern with Naobito, his father's death, and said more than once that he hates his older brothers as well. Naoya views women as only as wives and casually told Maki and Mai's mother that a woman who can't walk 3 paces behind a man should be stabbed in the back. God damn, I forgot how big of a piece of shit he is. Crazy. Is this his personality? Okay. I need shit on like abilities and powers, overall skill level, special grade. Was a special grade 1 sorcerer and head of the Hei, the most powerful collective sorcerers. He was considered amongst the pinnacle of the talent of the big 3 families. Always considered the strong sorcerer. Yeah, I know he employed a curse technique that inherited with elite proficiency. It granted him incredible speed that Naoya prided himself on. It combined with a strategic intellect and close battle. Naoya was same thing. Alright. And first, okay, so he wasn't considered like the fast. Okay, so he wasn't, right? I confused him with Naobito. Alright. That's on me. Did he accelerate against Maki, punches, speed of his punch? Whatever. I don't really care. How interesting you think of a story about a protagonist who has an ability that benefits everybody but themselves would be. I mean, that was basically Yu Habaha's whole thing, right? He could give pieces of himself to other people to make them stronger, and he could only benefit him if he like took the power back. I guess it's just like that, but worse. I mean, there's a devil fruit about that, right? There's like the rally fruit that what's her face has, where like she can essentially give out speeches and stuff to empower everybody else but her. I mean, it's basically just that. I think that'd be pretty interesting. I don't think that'd be bad, but it'd be one of those situations where like the main protagonist would be more of like a support character rather than like a support role. Yeah, Bello Betty. That's right. Hey, what's up, Lapis? Hope you're doing well, man. Apple has been dookie for the past 9 years for me. I don't like Apple products at all. Let me just say that right now. I think they're cumbersome. I think the fact that you can't just give your iPhone to somebody else without having to completely reset it because you can't change the account on it, I think that's super stupid. I think Apple wants to monopolize your entire business by having everything live within inside their products and stuff like that, whereas you can just own an Android and not have to deal with any of that and also have more customization for your phones. Like, I'm sorry. And also, anything that Apple usually gets for their phones usually come out, like, months to years after Android Android users have already gotten them. I don't know, man. Apple products to me fucking suck. There's nothing about an Apple product that would even remotely be worth not only the price point, but having to sell my soul and everything I have to them. I don't think so, man. Imagine Bluno slamming an iron body chop to Mahoraga's body. Goofy. Yeah, that'd be funny. This guy, Pinoy Boy on TikTok, broke it down mathematically and proved that Gojo's hands are objectively more legit than Sukuna's. That's funny. Well, if I remember correctly, she slaughtered the whole Zenin clan at that time, right? I don't think that she has got too much stronger from that time. She understood how to sense cursed spirits. She never sensed cursed spirits though. Her whole thing was she still had to use her glasses so that she could still see them since she doesn't know where they're coming from. It's kind of implied after the training that Maki is relativistic to light and other anti-Sukuna squads would follow suit to that. I agree. I 100% agree with the light speed meta of JJK. I think that Sukuna dodging the EM wave attack while being near death is one of the most impressive feats for the series. And I don't think that like Maki herself is light speed. Let me say this. I believe in Sukuna being light speed. I believe that Gojo being capable of keeping up with Sukuna would make him light speed. I do not believe that most other characters are, and I don't think that Sukuna can just like run around at light speed like at long distances either. I think he can do it in short distances and in short bursts. Because there's a difference between being able to run at top speed for like a short amount of time Um, was stated second fastest to Gojo. So which is it? Was he Naoya or was it Naobito? Okay, Naobito. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's the rally sounds quite cool considering that it's fitting for the revolutionaries. Hey, what's up? It's not my birthday yet. My birthday's tomorrow, but I'm not gonna be able to stream tomorrow or anything. Only because did you know what? You invented the color red? That's crazy. It's one of my favorite colors, but by the way. But yeah, I'm just doing it today because today's kind of like the only chance that I've gotten. I was able to finish the voice recording. I might go back to it during the weekend and tweak up a couple of things, but overall I'm happy with the overall product. There's actually something I wanted to talk about in terms of like the actual script, and I do want to say that, like, I know I bring up Fujitora in it, but in all honesty, as I've mentioned before, I don't think that, like, Fujitora necessarily has to pull up, but I think that I wasn't entirely fair to Naruto and B throughout it in a specific sense, and I'll get to that later. Let me just close this real quick. An idea I had is that the main protagonist's bloods can instantly heal any wound, even already healed scars, but it's just normal blood for him. He can't heal himself, and he'll die if he loses too much blood. That's an interesting thing. How would it work? How would it work for, like, what kind of a series is that? And then the cherry on top is that his blood is no longer heals if he dies. Okay, so it's kind of like the Rapunzel thing from, it's kind of like Rapunzel from, Tangled, right? You have to watch that video? Sure. What was the video again? Like, Jozul with blood. Sure, you said it was like 6 minutes, right? I could give it the time. I do have to read like 20 chapters of Bleach, but I should be able to get through that much quicker. By the way, I've been watching so much stuff on like Sonic Cross Worlds and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I have a lot to say about this stuff. To be Hero X PV. To be Hero X PV. Oh, I think I've seen this actually. I think I've seen this. Let me put this on. Hopefully I don't get demonetized for this. I can't watch it on stream if it's gonna get me demonetized, by the way. I'm just letting you know. It's pretty good animation. So what, okay. What's this stuff about? What the fuck is this dude? Okay, X. Is it like one of those things where like you drink the soda can and then you get powers or some shit? Maki's whole problem with during the fight is that Naoya's curse is that she couldn't see the cursed spirits like Toji did. Yeah, no, Toji doesn't see cursed spirits either. He can sense their presence based on changes in air pressure and a bunch of other stuff. Oh yeah, like Josuke. Yeah. Yuta's grandkid's gonna get actual good speed feed so we can upscale Sukuna to them. How do you flourish? How do you do a coin flourish like that with your fingers and then still drop it? Nah, bullshit. How does that even happen? Someone explain that to me. How horrible do you think life would be to character I came up with? I mean, he better hope that the internet... He and or she better hope that, like... I don't know, if they donate blood, the government doesn't find out who the fuck they were. And, you know, comes after them. It's corny, but I'll get to that in a second. Don't you dare throw that dog. He threw the dog. He threw the dog and he threw it on its back. Now that dog has back problems. What a piece of shit. If there's something that you know that there's a bad fucking person... Sorry, I'm just gonna keep doing this so that just in case I don't get copyright strike. What the fuck is this all? Oh, he can duplicate himself. That's kind of crazy. I must assume that the dog did it. Cool shit. God, if I ever started a power scaling channel, if someone asked me to scale a series I dislike, I would say, sorry, mate, I don't like the series, so I won't scale it. Yes, this is because of bland. Yeah. I'm not saying that I dislike Bleach. I don't dislike it. It's just mid. It's just mid, man. Karin can at least heal herself, though. Can she heal herself? I don't think Karin can heal herself, right? Can she? Can she bite down on herself? Dog got that dog in him? That's what I'm saying. He does not sound... Like, the dog's, like, bark is not as deep as I thought it would be. Nah, it looks worse than Demon Slayer. A friend of mine, Michael, he's actually watching Demon Slayer recently. He's really enjoying it, and I love that for him. It's kind of crazy. Reminds me of, happy advanced birthday. Oh, thank you, Diode. Heard you're gonna be... This is what I feel like you people say when you... This is what I think you people mean when you say, like, oh, where did he grab it from? Okay, so, I don't know where he grabbed that cloth from. I imagine that he can just, like, grab any object he wants from inside the man. Is not really corny. It was literally foreshadowed amazingly. This is why context matters. I've read the whole thing. I don't know where the fuck that shit was foreshadowed. I've read everything so far. I have no idea where any of this shit was foreshadowed, bruh. Karin has passive healing. It's faster than regular, not the level of like Sakura or Tsunade. That she heals those. More valuable, I'd add. more to how much he can heal diseases, allergies, birth defects, age defects. Yeah, no, he'd be like the holy grail. I'm not gonna lie to you. Finally, not more than 30 minutes late. Type shit 6. Is this like some anime? Is that what it's about? New type of hero? Alright. Hyped. Ahu's episode was slowly building up to this. Okay, watching this directly after episode 23. Hero X is really him. Alright, that was cool. Cool. This is a show? Oh, it's really? I might check it out. I might have to check it out. Dog really no diff them, huh? Yeah, type shit. Type shit. How much harder would that make life for him? Well, again, if you're essentially like the living embodiment of like the Holy Grail, where like you can heal any kind of damage, defect, and all that kind of stuff, it's really Chinese. Holy shit! Why were they speaking Japanese? Do they have like Japanese voice actors or something? I'm pretty sure that was Japanese. Anyway, yeah, no, the whole thing with Scott, so the whole thing is that, like, a character that essentially, like, lives their life like that, or has, like, those conditions where, like, they're able to heal anything, it creates this weird, like, scenario where, like, that character is, realistically speaking, depending on, like, how realistic you want, like, the setting of the world to be, they would have to be, they would likely just be government experiments, only because, like, there's no way the government is letting something like that can heal all diseases and shit like that. They would find a way to, like, try to either replicate or manufacture this person's blood, or they would probably have them, like, sealed up in some basement, constantly drawing blood from them. Made by China, but produced by Japan. Okay, that makes sense. Are you still doing the reaction stream in weekends? I'm not going to be able to do it this weekend. My weekend might be entirely packed, and you probably weren't paying attention. I've read every single page, and I've had to read them multiple times just because sometimes I got, like, bored. I have not noticed even the slightest bit of foreshadowing. I think Kubo can do callbacks. I don't think he can do fucking foreshadowing. Was used for Aizen's game. That's literal aura. I don't know about that. How's anything changed with Bleach scaling for you? Nothing's really changed. They haven't really said or made any statements that have changed anything that I've thought about. Like, they're all still above city level for me, and, like, I'm being honest here when I say I have had nothing to go off of. Saying Lanza del Relampago is, like, country level or continental or some shit means nothing to me, because that comes entirely from pixel calcs, and it doesn't come from the actual story. It's kind of weird. What do you think of the aura farming? The aura farming was crazy. That shit right there was aura farming. By the way. All Aizen does is just stand there still and not really do anything. That to me is not aura farming. Have you gone to Aizen versus Ichigo? Not yet. I've reached my limit as a soul reaper. What are you talking about? The Hogyoku is finally beginning to understand who I am. You talking in your sleep, don't you see? I'm saying the Hogyoku has a mind of its own. Still sounds like you're talking nonsense to me. I don't fault you for not feeling it. I only realized the truth about the Hogyoku after I became its master. What do you think the Hogyoku's power is? Do you think it controls the boundaries between Hollows and Soul Reapers, two conflicting opposites? Wrong. The Hogyo's true power is the ability to read the hearts of those around it and realize their deepest desires. Don't you see? Everything that has materialized around Ichigo, Kurosaki, Rukia, Kuchiki, Kisuke Urahara was brought into being by the Hogyoku. Are you saying Kisuke Urahara mistook the nature of its powers? He thought it controlled the boundaries between Hollows and Soul Reapers because that was his wish as the Hogyoku's creator. Rukia, Kuchiki's powers were all transferred to Ichigo causing her to lose her Soul Reaper powers because she was torturing herself for having killed Kai and Shibai. Yasutora Sado and Orihime Inoue, their special powers were awakened because they're deep in their hearts, they cursed their own powerlessness. I don't think that's entirely true, because it's later just revealed that they're fucking Fullbringers, and they just have to have interactions with Hollows, so I don't think that's true. Legit tanked a multi-continental to planet level attack from Yamamoto. Where is it stated that that attack is multi-continental to planet level? How do you get that within the context of the story? When did he tank that attack? I don't recall that at all, and I've read those fucking pages, dude. I read all 50 pages, through and through. Remember when a CP9 character called Nero, he appeared in 56, he was escorting Robin, and got his cheeks clapped by Frankie, tricking him? He knows 4 of the Roku Shiki. Yeah, but he doesn't know all 5. Who you got? This bum Nero or Maki? Probably Nero. At that point in the series, they should be faster. They should be at least relative to, if not... Actually, no, Nero is probably slower than Bluno, but Bluno should still be faster than Maki. Hey, thank you, Boros. I appreciate that. Aizen planning for Ichigo to get his Shinigami powers and invade the Soul Society is cool, but yeah, I also planned every individual line is a bit dumb to me. Yeah, no, it sounds a bit dumb. It's like, oh yeah, everything you've been through is just, like, I don't know. That just sounds like he's kind of glazing himself, saying like, oh yeah, no, bro, all those fights you had, yeah, no, that was all me, bro. Like, okay, why the fuck should I believe you, Big Chief? Oh, because you know this is true. No, the fuck I don't. Fuck is you talking about? Your ego is so fucking massive ever since you open up that collar, viewers. That attack was there. That attack was there. The scaling ain't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I knew the nature of the Hogyoku's true power from the start. No, that's misleading. To be precise, I knew that the Hogyoku didn't control the boundaries between Hollows and Soul Reapers as Kisuke Urahara had claimed, because if that were true, Shinji Hiroko and the others would never have become completed Vizards. The hollifying of Shinji Hiroko and the others was an experiment in hollification as well, a verification of the Hogyoku's power. The experiment was a success. With the activation of the Hogyoku's powers by Kisuke Urahara, Shinji Hiroko and the others evolved into complete Vizards. And armed with my suspicions about the Hogyoku's power, I sent Rukia Kuchiki to Ichigo Kurosaki. Of course, even the Hogyoku's power has its limits. It materializes... Hey, Omi, thank you for the 10. Guys, can we say some... Can we get some W's for Omi? So my birthday is not today 6, it's tomorrow, but I appreciate the sentiment all the same. Falls with Calxion doesn't really use that. Yep. It materializes whatever is in the hearts of the beings around it, and only if it is within the subject's ability. In that sense, it is a power that leads the subject in a direction it wishes to go. But living creatures are strange creatures. They are designed to realize whatever their undersized hearts want. Lapis! Thank you so much for the 20, man. I really appreciate it. Holy shit. Guys, can we get some W Lapises here? Holy shit. Guys, what a wonderful fucking community. Honestly, Lapis, thank you so much. This is an amazing gift. You too, Omi. I really do appreciate it. Type shit. Okay, so coming in from behind, yeah. Okay, by the way, I got to the statement, I got to this statement right here. Yeah, this kind of fucks with the light speed scaling, in my opinion. This kind of does fuck with the light speed scaling, in my opinion, like, in all honesty. Now that you figure it out, I'll tell you how fast Kamishini no Yari extends. He claps. Do you hear that? It's 500 times faster than that. Kamishini no Yari isn't the longest Zanpakuto, it's the fastest. So this is the fastest Zanpakuto in the series, according to Gin. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. If that's the fastest... Hey, Michael got a membership? Holy shit. You see... Gold Dorsey. Hilo Jeff. Lovely. Okay. Bleach isn't Lightspeed, but only... Isn't Lightspeed, but only at this point in the story. So it's not Lightspeed at this point in the story. I don't know how you, like, go from Lightspeed to not Lightspeed. Isn't the length of it... It's... not the length, it's the speed of its length and shortening. This attack can blitz a One Piece character. If it's 500 times the speed of sound, you'd be right, but it'd only be, like, really weak. You hear that as a mistranslation. The actual doesn't say anything like that. He's talking about the clap, not the sound. Okay, how fast does he clap? Can you quantify how fast he claps? Can you prove he claps faster than the speed of light? Because, I don't know. I have nothing to believe that. I mean, cool. What makes it a mistranslation, by the way? Oh, people always say, like, oh, thing is a mistranslation, this thing is a mistranslation. What exactly makes something a mistranslation? Let me see something real quick. What is this, chapter 401? Let's go back. Let me look up Bleach again. Is Bleach in TCB? I don't care. I'll just go here. Here, blah, blah, blah. Let's go 401. Oh, wait, no. I'm completely bugging out. What is it? 400. Okay. You hear that? It's about 500 times faster than that. I don't know, man. It's not a mistranslation. They're just coping. He claps at relativistic, in my opinion, but it doesn't matter. But it doesn't mess with the speeds. But my point is, it doesn't mess. I think it does mess with the speed scaling. If this is supposed to be like the fastest Zanpakuto, I'm honestly so for real, legit, have no reason to believe One Piece characters could even move faster than a Soul Society Ichigo. I mean, you can believe that. That's fine. I'm not gonna tell you that. I mean, I'm not gonna try to change your mind if you have no reason to want to believe that. If you have no reason to believe it, even though, Let's see. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. If I don't know, because, like, if dodging a beam of light after it's been shot doesn't make them faster than Soul Society Ichigo, I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. Okay, that was the last page. Okay, way to stop it. That was pretty good, even if it was pure luck. Luck my butt, you jerk. Ichigo, what? Shut up. I'm really close to finishing him off. Stay out of this. Sorry, Captain Aizen. Did I interrupt your conversation? No. My conversation just ended. Dad, what the heck is that? What's happening? How should I know? You showed up out of nowhere. I had no idea what's going on, and I still don't. How should you know? Haven't you been fighting him? Shut up. Ask him yourself if you want to know. How appropriate. That it should be named the Hogyoku, the Breakdown Sphere. Its power shatters the horizon, separating the divine and the earthly. Then he gets shot. Kisuke Urahara. You've come at last. Cool. Okay. Kuro, type of shit. Can you give an explanation in the disc? Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. Okay. You've come at last. Kisuke Urahara. There's Kisuke. Cool. That's pretty. Okay, see, now this is Aura. That's Aura right there. I don't know about Aizen, but that's definitely Aura. He claps at relativistic, but, like, what makes him clap at relativistic speeds, though? Who do you think would win? MR, Mr. Liu from Invincible, or Kaido? I have no idea who Mr. Liu is. I have no fucking clue who that is. Ryukin was right. Ishin is actually a worse father than considering he just let Ichigo out to dry without helping him. Also, everyone remembers that if you look at the channel benefits, you can join the Discord. Oh, thank you so much for letting everybody know, Lapis. By the way, what's the strongest verse you've scaled? Allegedly, it's supposed to be Bleach. If I had, like, a full comprehension of Dragon Ball scaling, his reaction speed should be relativistic. Okay, but what do you mean what exactly means that he's clapping at his fastest, though? Because clapping is not a reaction speed thing. That's completely irrelevant to the conversation. I have seen season 3. I don't remember who Mr. Liu is. When I watch Invincible, I watch it entirely casually. At least Ryukin openly dislikes his kid. Ishin acts like he cares and then purposely doesn't tell Ichigo crucial things type shit. You scaled DB? I know of DB scaling. I know of it. I've never scaled the full series. If I had to scale a series, if I had to tell you, like, the strongest series I know of that I can scale, it would probably be Bleach. Allegedly. Oh, the Dragon Invincible fought? I have no fucking clue, dude. I have no idea. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I don't scale the verse, I have no idea. There's no point in asking me. I don't give opinions on verses that I have no idea where the scaling is at all. I just remember Omni-Man saying he stopped a meteorite the size of Texas, and, like, that's kind of it. That's awfully strange look for you. The process of evolution is usually ugly. You say it was ugly. Okay. Damn, I downloaded it twice. Let's just delete this one. I didn't say it was ugly, so you fused with the Hogyoku, not fused. I would say... I would prefer you said I subdued the Hogyoku you couldn't control. Couldn't control, that's right, at the time. At the time... clearly a demonstration of sour grapes on your part, no. But that's no consequence either way, because Shing, okay, stabs him. You've already lost your chance to control the Hogyoku forever. He pops, cool. Puts his back on him. Okay. Rikujo Koro, 6 rod light restraints. Come to think of it, it was in that Yami's combat, but I didn't think you'd use such a petty trick. And so, what do you intend to do by restraining me with the Bakudo of this level? A Bakudo of this level? What level is that? Bakudo 63, Sajo Sabaku, Bakudo 79, Kujo Shibari, cool. Does that form from Aizen look drippy? Not really. I don't really think Aizen is drippy. He's just white guy with slick back hair wearing a white outfit. It's not that interesting to me. Like, I really do not think of highly of Aizen in almost any way. I will just agree that he's strong. I have no strong feelings of positivity for Aizen in any regard. The best I can tell you for him is that I think he's strong. That is it. Once you scale Black Clover, it's going to be the strongest verse. Type shit, actually. I believe that. Slight movement like a clap is even faster than blocking. Okay. Again, what makes me think that he's clapping at his fastest, or let alone that he's clapping at light speed? Nothing implies that. Well, the strongest verse you have scaled is probably Naruto or Boruto. I haven't scaled Boruto, and One Piece I would definitely say scales above it. At least consistently. Until I can find a way around the ETSO, that's the only reason why I put Naruto above. Once I can figure out a way around ETSO, it's not even close. If Eon gets into ReZero, then that'll be the contender for the strongest. Is ReZero really all that strong? Isn't that the series where the guy keeps dying over and over again? Where that Subaru guy with the tracks that keeps dying? I could probably argue like the strongest verse I potentially read was probably like Konosuba or some shit though. The tips of 1,000 hands. Retire, okay, I don't care about any of this because he's just naming out big things. You think I'd let you use Keto? Use a Keto like that. I'll too late. Hado 91. Senju Koten Taiho. Okay. Cool. Blasted him. Amazing. Aizen. It seems you really let your guard down after taking the Hogyoku. You're right. Too late. Slashes him. Oh look, somebody else got one shot. I let my guard down because it's no longer necessary for me to be cautious. I feel it. Having subdued this Hogyoku, my body's beginning to surpass all of its old powers, which were unequaled in Soul Society. Not even a Keto in the 90s is worth eluding for me. You're mistaken. I didn't say you let your guard down because you were eluding my Keto. In the past, you wouldn't have touched me twice without some kind of a plan. Okay, what's this? Seals. I plugged the spirit energy vents that all Soul Reapers have in their wrists. Let me see. Be burned from within by your own spirit energy. Cool. Yeah, he burned him alive. With calcs, you can get One Piece there. I got Draper Point calc to put Kaido and Luffy at high uni. I remember you telling me about this. Has a character who has plot armor as a weapon and can't be defeated no matter what. That's pretty fucking stupid. That's actually pretty fucking stupid. That's how fast his clap would be. I don't see why holding back his speed. I mean, why would he be clapping at his top speed? As a matter, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like saying, well, Gin is clapping like as fast as possible, and that clap has to be like light speed or relativistic. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I just said all he did was clap. Shibai is a plot device that doesn't do shit. I don't believe in Shibai. As a matter of fact, I saw a post today. After this is over, you should react to Death Battle Aizen versus Madara. I could do that. I saw a versus battle today online that somebody was talking about when I was taking a break, and they were like, who's stronger, like who would win a fight between Shibai and Yuhabaha, and I didn't comment much. I just said I don't understand the point of these kinds of battles. I've never understood like the point of these kinds of battles, specifically because like Shibai has nothing. Shibai just has like quote unquote lore hearsay from guys that have never met him and only know of him. And that's it. Like, he's feetless. Like, Shibai is unironically feetless. Oh, he ascended to another dimension? Cool, and? What does that mean? What does he do? I don't give a shit what I don't give a shit what, like, somebody says about, like, the shit that somebody says that, like, Shibai could potentially do. I want to see Shibai do something. I want to see how fast Shibai is. I want to see Hack's abilities. I want to see whatever the fuck. I want to see him punch somebody. I don't want to see, oh, well, two guys talked about him and they sounded, and it sounded like he was pretty crazy. So, you know, Shibai's like stronger than One Piece or Bleach or Dragon Ball or I don't fucking know, Fate Stay Zero or whatever the fuck the Fate Stay Night series is. Like, yeah, no, I don't believe in that shit, man. If you're reacting to stuff, can you check out the new Limbus Company ID trailer later? It's just half a minute. What the fuck is Limbus Company? The fuck is that? Made the verse? The GOAT volumes? I don't know what the fuck that is. Not yet. What? I wish it were that easy, but he'd just be another monster. He'll be back soon. Okay, there he is. Transformed. Look at that. It's Cocoon Aizen. Zainren ascended to another plane of existence. I guess that makes LOH Jia Bao Yu 4D. I don't even know how to fucking pronounce that. Just statements, no proofs. He doesn't have feats, but it doesn't mean he can't scale him. To be fair, he has narrative portrayal and statements. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, okay, so how fast is he? How strong is he? Like, what like, again, I don't like, here's the thing. I don't like arguments that essentially just boil down to, well, these characters say that he ascended to the point of a god, and that's all you can really go off of. I don't like that. Doesn't none of that really like means anything. Like, you could say there's some narrative implications, but again, your entire argument is based all of that stuff. But this fight is the literal definition of Kubo trying his best. So these two have a battle of the brains. a brain-based battle, but making them use vague phrases and saying you outsmarted me, but that was actually my plan, yeah. Do you think S-Hawk and Solo, not counting Law, Blackbeard, or Mihawk? Oh, 100%. The fuck do most of the Warlords do? The fuck do the Warlords do? Warlords of the Sea. Let's talk about that real quick. If S-Hawk has hockey, Crocodile's dead. Doflamingo is not standing up to a Seraphim. I don't care what anyone argues. What's-his-face would have to quite literally out-hacks the hell out of S-Hawk, and that's if S-Hawk doesn't have hockey. Kuma can probably BFR him if he's fast enough, but in all honesty, it could be an argument. Boa Hancock, I'm pretty sure S-Hawk would likely not feel anything towards Boa Hancock, but, I mean, he is just a child. And Weevil, I mean, raw strength alone, I don't think Weevil's putting down a Seraphim. The fuck is this? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, it's just battles of the brains, but they're just literally saying, no, Croc got the post-time skip gains trust. I believe it, I just have to see it. Well, they have Jinbei and Boa. Yeah, but what the fuck is Jinbei gonna do against S-Hawk? What the fuck is Jinbei gonna do? Cover him in water? I guess, actually, that's not a bad plan. Would Fishman Karate shockwaves damage a Seraphim from the inside with flame on? Let me ask you guys a question real quick. Alright, let me get through these chapters really fast, because, yeah, we're only 3 chapters in, this thing's taking a minute. You tricked me into attacking using Aikido in the 90s as bait in order to burn me from within by means of a technique that you developed. Had it not been I with a subdued Hogyoku, this fight would have been over. Cool. Sadly, the Hogyoku, through your own creation, is beyond your comprehension. Even this technique which you probably developed in preparation for this battle, can't harm me. Your technique failed, so now you'll try brute force. Very well. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Chains. Grab him. Fine. What's your game? And there's Yoruichi. Miss, I never do a single thing. Yoruichi. There we go. Punch. How'd you like that? That should do it, Yoruichi. Get away from there. Oh, look. Did nothing. Broke it. What's wrong? I know that wasn't your last resort. I'll give you some time to come up with a new plan. I'll just keep crushing them until you're exhausted. Cool. Fishman Karate or Frog Kata? Which is better, Jurneg? Frog Kata. Specifically, like, the frog slap does do internal damage, but Fishman Karate, depending on the shockwave, goes through, like, the entire body, not just a portion. Yeah, they just keep pulling out reverse cards against one another. I thought the S-Lunarians didn't have access to hockey. Do they not? I thought they did. Built-in lasers, 7 linear green blood hockey. As living weapons are capable of using hockey, all of the known Seraphim are able to use observation and armament hockey like their counterparts. Okay, so yeah, no, they have favorite card statements for. Yeah, they can use hockey. The number of ways you can come up with defeat me is proof of your desperation, and that is also the exact number of hopes you have left. It is my duty to crush every one of them. Now make your next move, Kisuke. Yeah, blah blah blah. Okay, cool. That was a special iron anti-hero armor, too. I didn't expect it to break so easily. What? You make it sound like it was my fault. No. I didn't mean it like that at all. Yeah, okay? Yes, you did. You're trying to say I was careless, aren't you? Listen, your design was flawed to begin with. It broke because you were careless when you were making it. Okay, you're right. I see. Guys, you don't understand it. This shot of, like, this single panel of Yoruichi's foot with absolutely no text even remotely around it was integral to the story. Without this one panel that Kubo drew of Yoruichi's very skinny long toes, the story would just not make any sense. I see. The fact that your leg wasn't harmed by my attack means it's something special. See? See? Integral to the story. Integral to the fucking story, guys. Yeah, my leg. What's that look on your face? Not my nose. Yeah. Alright. General Frankie be a Kaido pirate with a helicopter. Triceratops devil fruit. That shit is funny. There's no need for a fuss. It's pointless to argue about whether it's special or not. If one blow will break it, 3 more will reduce that special something to dust. Here it comes. I can see that. Can you do it? What do you think you're talking about? Who do you think you're talking to? Oh, I didn't take that panel. Let me, yeah. Yorichi's feat has just as much importance than the whole story itself. Yeah, alright. That's enough of that. I'll just have to attack him with something other than my left leg. Okay, blitzes her, hits her. Like, where the fuck are people getting continental and planetary shit without the fucking calcs? Like, I'm genuinely curious about that. Where the fuck are people getting this shit? I'm behind you. Gotcha. Just kidding. Let's take a little break. They have natural durability comparable to Kaido scales, according to Luffy. Don't think Doc Q can do anything about that. What? It's okay. Let's just watch. It's inevitable. I've been with Aizen a long time, but I've never seen that before. Then again, he absorbed the Hogyoku before I knew it. It shouldn't be surprised. I shouldn't be surprised. You get what I'm saying? There's nothing anybody can do. You and them are gonna die, and it'll be over. I won't let that happen. Good, I thought you'd say that. Besides, with Aizen the way he is, anything could happen to you too. Oh my, didn't think you'd say that. That makes it sound like you're assuming... Like, you're already assuming you're gonna die. Have you maybe already given up? Yeah. From their hearts. They get scaling from their hearts. Yoro tells them how strong their attacks are. Even the nukes in comparison to Las Noches. There is no Continental without Calx until 1,000-Year Blood War. From the nukes? How is Ulquiorra's nuke bigger than Las Noches? Because, like, they've said it before that a Gran Rey Zero could destroy Las Noches, but then, you know, Grimjow shot a Gran Rey Zero in Las Noches and it didn't do anything. So, I don't know. Statements like that eventually, you know, statements like that are eventually just, like, just kind of boil down to nothing. I don't know, man. When the fuck did Ichigo go hollow against, what's his face? Who's it? What the fuck? When did Ichigo do that? 60, right? 360 something. 50 maybe. Oh yeah, it was around the 50s, right? I guess you could put like the scale here. I guess you could say it's like the size of a country, so sure, they're country level. Cool, they're country level. They're above country level, guys. They are above country level officially. I think it's the spear explosion where it's pretty big comparison. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Okay, cool, they're country level now. We've gotten past city level, boys. We're at country level. You know, I'm a pretty big Bleach fan. The Ging twist wasn't that good for me. Also, it's just Calx. Alright. Who would be more hated in real life? Omni-Man or Eve's dad? Omni-Man? Eve's dad. Eve's dad, definitely. You can't possibly comprehend an alien like Omni-Man. You can comprehend a piece of shit like Eve's dad. You can easily comprehend a piece of shit like Eve's dad. It's all about the way that you can define whether or not a person is like good, bad, etc. is based on our own on our own subjective moral metrics. The thing is that like Omni-Man is an alien from a race where everything that they do is essentially right by their own morals compass. And as a human, you could see it as something that is blatantly evil, but because you know they're killing people, they're wiping out vast numbers of stuff, destroying our buildings, our homes, everything, but in order to like, quote unquote give us a better empire or whatever, but at the end of the day, like, Eve's dad is just straight up a piece of shit. Omni-Man does that because the Viltrumites have the capacity to do this. It's one of those situations where, and you can actually see it, Yorichi's foot is to be protected. Fuck you mean not important. Well, they clearly mentioned that it was important. I don't know, man. But, yeah, no, it's one of those situations where, like, in every single alien movie that you ever see across, like, you know, movie history, I don't know about a good man. I don't know about a good person. I don't know about that. That man killed a lot of people. But, it kind of boils down to, like, this idea that, like, those that are more advanced and stronger will always subjugate those that are weaker and less advanced than they are. So, from that perspective, and the reason why humans always do that is because it's been the same act in almost every single case throughout human history. You did nothing wrong. You sound like a Viltrumite Apollo, How the how the shoe's on the other foot now, 6. You sound like a fucking Viltrumite apologist. That's crazy. How pathetic. I thought you'd be a little tougher, but you're just a kid after all. You're brittle on the inside. I can't let Aizen waste his time on a wimp like you. What's that stance? Kamishini no Yari Buto. It's already retracted. Kamishini no Bujo Renjin. Dance of Blades. Oh. Oh, look. Ichigo needed a 10 times amp to dodge a Mach 500 attack. That's crazy. Do you think people will care about what Omni-Man is or his morals is and not his actions? Omni-Man was a mass murderer. Oh, 100 fucking percent. 100%. But morally speaking, Eve's dad is a worse person. I'm not a Viltrumite apologist. Just an Omni-Man apologist. My goat can never be a bad person. But he was, though. He's a mass murderer. They literally just said that above you. Omni-Man is a complicated man. At least he admits that what he did was wrong and goes pretty far to do what is right. Doesn't forgive him but for what he did. Yeah, no. He doesn't forgive himself for what he did, and that's why I think like he's definitely a better person than Eve's dad. To be fair, though, it's kind of crazy to say that Eve's dad, a man who won't accept his daughter no matter what, and who she is a worse person than a mass-murdering alien. It's kind of crazy. He only did it because he had to? Motherfucker has free will, bro. I don't know about had to. Stay alive, your treatment is finished, Matsumoto. Look at you. Yeah. Were you always this weak? This man really... Wow, Ichigo is really dodging those 500 times Mach the speed of sound attacks, man. That's crazy. He's already tired. Your mask is brittle, too. Is this the extent of your holification? You were scarier back then. Oh well, just run away. What? Did I download this page? I did, right? No. Yeah, I did. I'm pretty sure people won't care about their moral. They'll care about what affected their lives. 100%! That is 100% true. But I'm talking about morally because it doesn't affect me personally. The shoe is on the other foot. As long as it's on Yorichi's foot, who cares? Alright, that's enough of that. Did he say Debbie was like a pet to him? Yeah, no, he did say! He did say his own wife was more like a pet. That shit was crazy. I generally don't remember Mask being a 10 times amp. It was stated somewhere to be like a 10 times amp or some shit. It was definitely stated. I remember reading that within, like, the context of this. I only blocked his attack because I was wearing your defective armor. Otherwise, I would have... I dodged it and come away unscathed. Sorry about that. What are you looking at? I'm looking at you thinking your sham concern is a stratagem. I thought you weren't going to be cautious. I'm not being cautious. I'm simply observing. You're the only person in the Soul Society whose mind is more brilliant than my own, though our powers are no longer equal. You still interest me. You think too highly of me. Right now, I'm just a lowly candy shop owner. Hado 32, Okasen. You know that a Hado in the 30s is useless. You'd only use it as a diversion for this. Okay. Don't you see, if you struck me 1,000 times, you still wouldn't be able to defeat me? Cool. Shunko. Then she bursts out of it. Punch. Cool. Cool. Dashes at him. I told you, you cannot defeat me. Shibari Benihime. Did you really think you could bind me? Okay. Hyasobi Benihime, Jutsu Tsunagi, Net of Threads, boom, boom, boom. Big explosion. Wow, don't make me laugh. Was that your secret weapon? Don't think you can... Oh, no! Getsuga Tensho. Oh, look, the attack that doesn't do a single thing. Like, people hate even Zed, even more than they do Conquest. Yeah, because again, we can understand why Eve's dad is a piece of shit. You can barely comprehend. The only thing you can comprehend about a mass murdering alien is that they're a mass murderer. That's kind of it. You can't really comprehend what they are or how they truly feel about things. How'd that work? I'm not sure. I haven't been able to read his spirit energy since he transformed. It's obvious he's terrifyingly powerful, but even as I attack him, it's almost like he's not even here. It's a little creepy. The only one who can perceive Aizen's power right now is someone who's in the same state as him. Yeah. Guys, look! Getsuga Tensho is a generational fuck-up of a move. Getsuga Tensho is unironically like a generational piece of shit of a signature move, bro. It's a generational letdown, bro. It's a generational sham of a main protagonist fucking secret move. You know what a generational move isn't? A sham fucking Rasengan. Last time I checked, the Rasengan's beaten more dudes. Wait, what the fuck happened? It's funny how the show gives him more characters to conquest, him tormented by his own success and wanting to be normal but can't. My dog bite is more potent than Getsuga Tensho. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. I understood that attack. Did I download this? No. Did I download 4? Yeah. What is that in there? What's happening? I think it's time you people understood my power. Cool. You sure you want to turn your back on me? When I'm right in front of you? It's all over. You're not a warrior anymore. You're not a soul reaper. You're not a hollow. You're not a human. You really think you can beat somebody those 3 couldn't beat in that incomplete state of yours? With all due respect, get out of here. You don't want to die yet, do you? I'm not interested in you anymore. Even Captain Aizen would be disappointed in you right now. You're scared, right? Of Captain Aizen? You sensed it. Captain Aizen's power. That was my final warning. If you're not gonna run, I'll kill you right here and now. Okay, cool. Oh, Aizen. Aizen could have definitely been a great character if he dropped that ego. I probably would have liked him more. Aizen's like the kind of character where it's like, it's all ego and not like the cool type of ego. He definitely doesn't give me Blue Lock levels of ego. He gives me Vegeta levels of ego. But the difference here is like not ultra ego Vegeta, more like Saiyan Saga, not Saiyan Saga, Cell Saga Vegeta, where he talks a lot of shit, but once he gets humbled, he loses his fucking cool. Homelander levels of ego, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's annoying how Aizen just counters, blocks, or ignores attacks thrown at him because reasons, yeah. Because this power system is set up in such a way where all you have to be is stronger. That's really it. Yeah, Getsuga cringe show. Yeah, okay, Dad or Urahara, Gin, what were you trying to do to him just now? Nothing, I was just testing him. Alright, open the Senkaimon. We're going to invade Karakura Town in the Soul Society. Cool. Okay. It's not necessary to destroy Tenkai Ketchu. It would be more convenient to create the Yoken in the Soul Society to take down the Royal Palace. Yes, sir. Well, wait. Captain Aizen, yes, it seems the Chrysalis stage is over. What a relief. Now I can witness the end of the Soul Society with my own eyes. I'm leaving you here. I can devour you when this is all over. Okay? Cool. Ichigo, don't just stand there. Open the Senkaimon. Let's go. We're going to protect Karakura Town. Cool. Low-key Ichigo versus Gin was one of the most underrated fights. Why was it underrated at all? All Ichigo did was fuck up all of his attacks and never land a thing. What about Dr. Doom ego? Dr. Doom also doesn't have good ego, in my opinion, because I have no reason to respect a guy like that. Especially when he looks that fucking stupid. Anybody who looks as stupid as Dr. Doom, I have no reason to believe they should even remotely deserve the kind of ego that they've got. What was cool about it, though? Like, all Ichigo did was just dodge a Mach 500 attack for, like, multiple panels, and then get talked down by Gin. Christine Perez said Sukuna's better character and cooler hype moments than Aizen. I want to hear it. Let me remind you, Sukuna died and Aizen is still alive. Okay? What does that change anything? What does it matter if Sukuna died and Aizen is still alive? That doesn't change anything that I said. Gin's Bankai, I guess. Okay, I get that Aizen kind of sucks, but let's not compare him to a Celestial Dragon. Aizen doesn't have inbred levels of ego. That's true. That's true. I would definitely prefer Aizen's ego over fucking Celestial Dragons. They quite literally do not even deserve it. Imagine calling Dr. Doom lame and stupid. Dr. Doom looks fucking lame and stupid. Dr. Doom, if I ever saw Dr. Doom in front of me, I would spit on his fucking ugly ass, green ass fucking skirt. This does not look like Pete to me. This guy looks stupid. First of all, why are you wearing an entire suit of medieval armor and then you're wearing a fucking belt on top of a cape on top of a fucking, what do you call this shit? A skirt. He's just wearing a long shirt. You know what it reminds me of? This reminds me of like those oversized shirts that girls wear to sleep, but he simply put a belt over it. Nah, I don't respect this. The mask looks dumb. The suit of armor looks stupid. And he's wearing what? A green towel over it for no reason? Nah, I don't respect that, man. I can't respect Dr. Doom. He does not look interesting to me in the slightest bit. Like, why are you wearing a belt? Why do you have a fucking gun holster if you can just shoot energy beams out of your hands? Dumb. Dumb stuff. Dumb looking character. No respect from me, personally. You guys can respect him. There's no issue with that. I could be 100% wrong on this. I am willing to be wrong on this. I don't respect them, though. Dr. Doom's fit or Darth Vader's fit? Darth Vader is another character that I would actually laugh at in front of his face. I would actively laugh at Darth Vader in front of him and slap the shit out of him. I would slap the helmet off of him. You're telling me I'm supposed to be afraid of a guy with this look? Looks stupid. Like I'm supposed to be afraid of someone with a tough time, who has a tough time breathing. I'm supposed to be afraid of somebody whose most of his body's just made out of metal. Nah, this looks dumb. I don't respect this. Looks dumb. Like, imagine being a Sith Lord, and I can just turn and I can just shut you down entirely by just pressing the big red button on your chest. I would literally just walk up to Darth Vader, slap the shit out of him, and then press the big red button on his chest, and then just spit on him again. I'd probably kick him before I walk away. The helmet is bolted down. That's crazy. Unfortunate state of affairs. I would make that shit spin. It's not rage bait. I legitimately do not care nor like these characters. Who has the best drip? I got you right now. I got you right now with the best fucking drip. Actually, I can't think of any drip. Oh, wait. I got some good. I got you right now. This guy has the best drip. This guy's drip is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely wonderful. You see the slick back hair, but it's not too much. He doesn't, like, his little bang simply falling off of him is not too crazy. The glasses just really make the whole fit come along. The awesome ass white suit with the white vest, with the white belt, with the nice little clean cufflinks going up and the black shirt underneath. And the X on, this is fucking drip, man. This is drip. This is what I would call drip. And he's not trying too hard. Unlike Aizen, he's not trying too hard. He's not trying to look good. Boruto has a great fit. Boruto does have a great fit depending on, like, I don't know. I'm still not really into the whole thing. That's a white guy with a white suit, like how you said it. Yeah, but the difference here is he doesn't give me the overly pompous and, egotistical personality that Aizen seems to have. Like, here's the thing. I believe that Aizen, if he could, would literally suck on his own penis. I don't believe this guy would do that. Aizen performs so much self-fellatio that it makes me not like him. This guy quite literally performs that much self-fellatio. Are you getting the Marvel Token game? Probably. Oh yeah, Marvel Token. That's also a cool game. Contempt. Ego Ryoshu has drip. Too bad. Her moveset sucks ass. I don't know who the fuck that is. Yeah, but he got like a more modern day drip. Dude got like a 1970 drip design weirdness. Fair enough. Did you know Dr. Doom destroyed an entire universe because that version of him achieved utopia by dropping his hate from Steve? That's crazy. Wait, don't you mean from, Reed Richards? He dropped his hate from Steve? Who the fuck is Steve? Zoro drip check? Zoro's got crazy drip check. Roronoa Zoro. Let me get you guys right now with Roronoa Zoro. This is fucking drip right here. This is almost every single fit that Zoro has had is absolute drip. As a matter of fact, there we go. Drip right here. Look at this shit right here. You tell me this is not drip. You tell me the 3 swords on the side with the sash, with the stomach warmer, with the long red fucking coat jacket, bruh. Come on, that's drip. This fit right here, wearing the Rob Lucci skin, the Rob Lucci Gucci skin on his back like an admiral. That's fucking drip, bruh. That's drip. That shit right there is drip, man. The black suit with the open white collar with the mustache. The mustache makes the fit, my guy. The mustache makes the fit. I'm never gonna get through these chapters, am I? Alright, fuck it. Sanji drip. Let's look at that. Look at the Sanji drip, bro. Hands in the pocket with the yellow pants, with the orange fucking leather jacket, with the polka dot shirt, and the cigarette in his mouth with the glasses? Come on now. Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck did I do? 1 second. No. Ah, there we go. Look, no drip, drip. No drip, drip. No drip, drip. You see the difference? See the difference? That shit right there is drip. Who's the biggest hater in anime you can think of? Anyone who can rival Reverse Flash? I don't know, man. I don't know. Now we're doing tricks on it. I've been doing tricks on it, bro. To be a hero X, E-Soul is drippy. Sanji's drip over Zoro's drip. I ain't gonna lie, this was probably like the best drip Sanji's ever had. This was probably one of like the best looks Sanji's ever had. With the Wano fit. Top tier type shit. Top tier. What else Sanji got? Not his best look from Oda. I'm not gonna lie to you. Type shit. These two guys with their wavy ass drip laughing at Aizen's ugly ass drip. Ghostblade and E-Soul have the best fits, to be honest. Ghostblade. Ghost Blade? Holy shit. Wait a second. You might be onto something here. The fuck? That's kind of drippy. That's kind of drippy. That's kind of drippy. Oh, shit. My boy handsome and talented, and he's got a soft side. Oh, shit. That's actually not bad. Now, that's drip. That right here is drip. With the gold embroidered fucking jacket. The gold laced jacket with the big ass bangles. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's kind of drippy. Who was the other guy you said? EO Soul? E-Soul? Or whatever the fuck his name was? E-Soul? Alright, let me check this guy out. Oh. You got me with this. I love me some hero-looking I love me some robotic-looking motherfuckers. That's drippy. That's fucking drippy. This shit right here kind of drippy too, I ain't gonna lie. But this shit kind of drippy. I like the mask. I definitely like the mask. Skypiea Sanji's good. We all know Bungus has... Bungus does not have the most drip, goddammit! Frieza the generational hater. Frieza is a generational hater, to be fair. Looks like a Warframe, that's what I'm saying. We're gonna check the series out. Probably. Might have to check it out. Glaze? Sure. Anyway, let me finish this up. It must be Kototsu. That's not good. We should get it going, Captain Eisen. Captain Eisen, we should really get going. That thing isn't a creature of spirit energy, it's a creature of reason. It's not something spirit energy can handle. Uh-huh. Yeah, downloaded it. Did I download this one? I did. Cool. What's there to fear? Gain reason is but a shield for those who would cower behind it. Well, shall we? To the edge of reason? Cool. Okay, huh? Didn't you hear me? I said we're gonna get Karakura Town. That's impossible. Just no way. How do you know it's impossible? Because I know. And so do you, Dad. There's no way we can beat a monster like that with that kind of spirit energy. See? So you can sense the spirit energy. Let's go. Aren't you coming? What else are you gonna do? Cry? You're gonna sit there and cry about how you can't save anyone? I think hard about why Aizen headed to Karakura Town on the social side. If you don't go, people you want to protect, and every single one of them. Dad? Okay. Open the Senkai Mon. Sure. Okay. Sure. Karakura must lie in that direction. We strayed from our course slightly. Don't say it like it's my fault. We got caught off course because you got rambunctious. You're right. I apologize. Okay. Ichigo, stop. Okay. Yeah. Eon, you were coping because Daddy Sukuna has zero drip. He had to steal people's drip. What drip are you talking about? What drip did he have to steal? What drip did he have to fucking steal? This, even with half of a fucking fit, he still has drip. This right here is drip. The fucking tattoos, and mind you, I don't care for tattoos in the slightest. This right here is fucking drip, bruh. You're telling me the sleeveless turtleneck with the white gi outfit isn't drip? You're out of your fucking mind. You people, this right here is fucking drip. Traditional goddamn drip, bruh. You people are out of your mind. You people are out of your freaking minds if you guys think that this isn't drip. Oh, that's not, he stole the drip. Who the fuck did he steal the drip from? Whose drip did he grab and put on himself? No, it might not be his true body, but that's definitely drip. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Dude, that is a basic ass fit. That is not a basic ass fit. Aizen's got a basic ass fit. But anyway. What? I thought we were in a hurry. Something's not right. I can't sense the Kototsu's presence. You mean like that thing that's like a spirit energy on rails? Yeah. Ordinarily, it's something a Soul Reaper just has to avoid, but judging from the trace of spirit energy, Master must have done something. If that's the thing, I'd say if it's gone. It is if it's gone. Right now, this works to our advantage. The Dangai, as the name suggests, it's cut off from the world of the living and the Soul Society, even from time and space. Kototsu exists to keep those who enter from staying here too long, but now it's gone. I could teach it to you here. Teach me what? The final Getsuga Tensho? Cool. Okay, ow, why did I pass out? Oh, wait, no, I don't need that. I don't need that. Let me just delete that real quick. Downloads? Yeah, I don't need that image. Okay. So he has a thing. Okay. Why you dodging? Are you crazy? Because it hurt. If you can dodge my fist, then your mind's not empty, is not inside your sword. Concentrate. You even talk to your Zanpakuto properly? I get it. But I've never been to Zangetsu's place when it's so quiet. I'm not exactly sure how I'm supposed to do it. Sit cross-legged and place your sword on your knees. Focus on the sword alone. That's all there is to it, I know, but... The last gets a potential, that's right. What do you mean? You can teach it to me. I don't care about that. The Dangai is disconnected from space, surrounded by a torrent of layers and layers of time. Oh, right. You don't need to understand it. In a nutshell, Sukuna has that people-eating drip. Biggest Getsuga Tensho. Check Pandora actor. He's got the drip. Pandora actor? Alright, whatever. Pandora actor. That's fine. I'm not a fan of, like, officer uniforms as drip, though I will say wearing a coat over an officer's coat, but only wearing it, like, on one arm is kind of drippy. The chains look cool, and the belts on the left leg are kind of, like... And again, I'm saying this entirely from the perspective of someone who doesn't not have a single idea who the fuck this is. These just look absolutely meaningless. Check out Gilgamesh drip from Fate. I hate this thing. Gilgamesh Fate. Alright. Damn. Okay, that's pretty fucking drippy. That is pretty... That's kind of drippy. That's kind of drippy. I ain't gonna lie. That is kind of... Oh, no, this is even drippier, though. This is even drippier. What the fuck? The tattoos are cool. The tattoos are cool. So who the fuck is this? Gilgamesh? Ooh, that's drippy. That's fucking drippy. This right here is definitely drippy. What's this for again? Check out Ryoshu drip. Ryoshu? Ryoshu Limbus. Oh, shit. This is drippy as fuck. Is this it? Ryoshu? Yeah, no, this is drippy as fuck. That's a big-ass katana. Ooh. Ooh, this is nice. I like this. I like this. She's essentially she essentially made a way to have, like, the Admiral's, jacket over the shoulders look without it being completely redundant and having nothing, like, actually hold it down. What about this one? Ooh, nah, this is... Wait. The fuck? What the fuck was that other fit? Default injured? No. No smoking. Chef. Ooh, wait. Play costume? Oh, this is drippy. This is definitely drippy. This is nice. I like this. I like this a lot. That's drippy. That's definitely drippy. Look up Gangster Ichigo drip. Gangster Ichigo. Which one? This one? Yeah, this is pretty drippy. Yeah, this is pretty fucking drippy. I've always liked these kinds of, like, jackets with the fur hoodies. I've always liked these kinds of jackets. That's pretty fucking drippy. Yujiro Hanma, hands down. Yujiro Hanma, hands down. I may not like Baki, but I will say, when you're essentially someone who nobody can talk shit to, you can wear the same thing every fucking day and nobody can say anything to you. That's pretty fucking drippy. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let me go back, though, because I did want to keep this here. Okay, oh right, you don't need to understand. In a nutshell, the density of time here is overwhelmingly higher than it is outside. To put a number to it, it's 2,000 times denser. For every year out there, 2,000 years elapse in here. What? Once upon a time, the Dangai, as well as being the corridor to the world of living, as it was a plane of exile. Koryu and Kototsu exist for that reason. If you're caught in the Koryu, you'd be trapped and die here. If the Kototsu chase you, you'd be thrown off your original time axis. That's why there was a discrepancy of a few days the first time you entered the Soul Society after being chased by the Kototsu. It was only a few days thanks to Urahara's technological expertise. Ordinarily, you would have been flung centuries off course, and the rapid flow of time would have killed you. But Kototsu isn't here right now. It's a perfect opportunity to gain time. Time is 2,000 times denser inside the Dangai. In other words... Wait, I didn't download any of this. Did I download this? The best drip is Thrag. I don't agree with that. He just has Viltrumite drip, and it's fine, but I don't say it's like the best of all time. I wouldn't say that. Time here is 2,000 times denser inside the Dangai. In other words, if you trained here for 2,000 hours, only an hour would pass on the outside. The Soul Society has no way of containing Kototsu, but there is a way to stop the Koryu. This is called a Kaikyo Kote, a boundary fixation. Why the fuck do you just so happen to have this? It usually takes several dozen low-level Soul Reapers pouring in their spirit energy by means of a special technique to hold in the Koryu in place, but I can do it all by myself. I'll hold a Koryu until I run out of spirit energy. I can do it for about 2,000 hours. That's a little less than 3 months. You have that long to get it out of him. That's right. Make him tell you. Find out from Sengetsu what the final Getsuga Tensho is. Cool. That's the positions. That position's called Jinzen, Sword Ken. Okay. It was devised for the purpose of communicating with Zanpakuto. It took thousands of years from the inception of the Soul Society to develop. Ichigo, you probably gained all your techniques through brute force. Do you understand? In order to take the next step, you will have to step into those millennia that you haven't experienced. Go, Ichigo. Okay, I don't care about any of this. What is this? Sleeping. Karisawa. I don't care about any of this. All of this is meaningless. Honsho, don't touch her butt. I won't. Honsho has a big boo. Okay. If it was Ichigo's fault, he'll do something about it. That's the kind of guy he is. I see. This view doesn't become the Soul Society. This will be our last look at it. Wait, what? So he's in. Okay. Be careful, Zangetsu will be merciless this time. Who is the best drip, Roger or Luffy? So far, Luffy, but that's only because, like, Roger, I've only seen him have, like, 2 or 3 fits. This is pretty cool. Bleach covers. There we go. Okay. Let's head back to fake Karakura. Yeah. Okay. Relax. You're making a fool of yourselves. You should be able to breathe. See? Who are you? Only Zangetsu should be here. Now, is that any way to speak to the person who taught you how to breathe? Tenza Zangetsu. I don't blame you for not recognizing me. This is your first time here in a state of Bankai. Okay. Swing. Cool. Zangetsu. Are you Zangetsu? No. What's the name of your Bankai? I'm Tenza Zangetsu. Cool. Yeah. So he's in. Be careful. Zangetsu will be merciless. My Engetsu was the same way. They don't want to teach us this technique. You'll know why soon. Okay. You like more drip or Riz? I don't really care for either. I don't really care. Best representation of alien drip in my opinion. I don't really care. Don't ask me too many questions right now because I'm really just trying to get through this as fast as possible. I want to be able to get through this within the next hour because I do want to spend some time with my mom before I head out, before nightfall. Hold on, old man. Oh yeah, he's not an old man anymore. Hold on, Tenza Zangetsu. I didn't come here to fight. I just want to ask you something. Ask me something. The final Getsuga Tensho? Yeah. So you heard us talking outside? Swing. What the heck? I will teach you no such thing. You won't, but I need you to teach me. I need to save Karakura Town. Okay. I don't care what happens to the things you want to protect. Make no mistake. What you want to protect is not what I want to protect. My head hurts as the world is going on. The trains aren't running. I can't get home, of course. Thank God somebody else is awake. Do you know what's happening? Don't come near me. Don't come near me. Humans can't sense my power because they can't sense spirit energy, but their spirits are unable to withstand my power. Hey, somebody else is awake over there. I recall seeing her through Ulquiorra's eyes. That's Ichigo Kurosaki's friend. Cool. Anyway, yeah. Block. Okay, why? Why what? You said earlier you don't care what happens to what I want to protect. What did you mean by that? Thought you'd help me. Was I wrong? Why did you help me up until now? Answer me, Zangetsu. I told you exactly what I meant. What? Look around this world. This towering world of yours was filled to the heavens with hope. Has been reduced to your tiny little town. The rain that once poured down on this world may have stopped, but it's now been sunk to the bottom of the ocean, all because you lost hope and stopped moving forward. Ichigo, I will not let you stay like that. I will pull out the very root of your despair. Okay. He rips him out. Hey, it's been a while, Ichigo. What's with that face? Don't you recognize me? Yeah. By the way, blah, blah, blah. All of this is irrelevant. What's going on? Arizawa, shut up. I don't need to worry about me. Who are they? Arizawa, most impressive. to be able to maintain your identity at such a close distance. Who are you? Ichigo Kurosaki will show up here, bringing with him a new power. I hope to perfect that new power even further. Your deaths will help me do so. I don't really care. Oh wait, actually I might need that. Run, Asano, get out of here. No need to pursue them. We'll start with her. Oh no. You, but how? Sounds like he doesn't enjoy Bleach at all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get through this. I have like a lot of chapters to get through, and I haven't been reading 10 chapters a day, so it just makes it like a lot harder for me to like just talk to you guys and also go back and forth with this. I will say, Hollowified Ichigo is drippy. Hollow Ichigo, like full Hollow Ichigo is drippy though. People put Aizen in the same conversation with Goku, but Aizen couldn't even kill a bunch of high schoolers late for class. That's what I'm saying. I thought you disappeared. Did you forget I told you, if you really want to control my power, try not to die until the next time I appear. Damn it, I thought I already got rid of you. Well, I'm sorry, brings tears to my eyes. What's with that outfit and that weird mask? Oh, right. You've never seen this form before. You defeated Ulquiorra Schiffer in this form. This form, that's right. What you feared was this form. You feared taking on this form that occurs when your mind is suppressed by your own destructive impulses. As a result, you become incapable of properly holofying. So, what do you want me to do about it? Am I supposed to clobber him? No. He's not the only one you'll be fighting. We are one. Okay, what the is that? There you go. Okay, we're both your power. You ready, Ichigo? Cool. Okay, damn it, I can't move. Yeah, I should put Michiru down. No, there's no time. It's too late. Boom. You seem to be in trouble, girl. You should call for a hero at a time like this. The spirits are always with you. I don't care about any of this. And who are you? Huh? It seems like you're unable to understand my spirit energy anymore. Holy shit! Hey, thank you, Drake Cross, for the 25. Guys, can we get some W's, Drake? Please, can we get some W's for Drake? Please and thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Drake. I really do appreciate it. Soul Eater was forgettable. Barely remember. I think Soul Eater was actually a little interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do like the character designs. Now get out of here. See somebody else can handle. Run away. Blah, blah. Okay, anybody who comes in contact with me will cease to exist. Any humans? Kanonji. Okay. Okay. I got here just in time. Yeah. Whatever. I got here just in time. Gin, Aizen, Rangiku. What the fuck is she gonna do? Step back. This place is dangerous. Run. I'll stop these two. You're telling me you can get the hell away from here? What are you talking about? Sha, yappe. Okay, eep. Yeah. Was that? She's pretty. Okay, I don't care about any of that. What's wrong? Don't you enjoy talking to me? Captain Aizen, I'm sorry, my old friend. I'll get her out of your sights. No problem. We have time. She's in the way, isn't she? Not at all. He's an interesting boy indeed. I don't need any of these images. Hey, Jeff, thank you so much for the 5. Guys, can we get some W Jeffs as well, please? So, these images I don't need at all because they kind of don't matter at all, like any of the interesting shit. Well, they're not like really interesting or relevant to like the power scaling. You can barely stand. Why'd you come? Your thoughts through the Senkai Moon. The moment your spirit energy disappeared and you waited to comfort you, I knew exactly what transported was Karakura Town. I didn't ask why you got here. I asked when you came here. You can barely stand. What do you think? Because you're here now. Can I finally ask you in person? Why did you choose to serve Aizen? Why did you betray Kira, who trusted you so completely? Are you serious? Betrayed him even though he trusted me? Are you sure you're talking about Izuru? Oh, why did you have to show up? Hey, Rangikyo, you're a nuisance. And then blah, blah, blah. Also, no, we gotta get out of here. I feel like that guy's getting closer and closer. Okay, so he stabs her. How much longer? Ichigo. Yeah. Anyway, all that's irrelevant. Thoughts on Gin's writing and arc? I'll say this. Gin seems to me like a very divisive character. Because the thing about Gin Ichimaru is that, like, I obviously know the plot twist with him. I know the fact that, like, should spiritual pressure hacks affect anyone across worlds, or can it be resistant and endured without spiritual energy? I mean, you kind of don't need to have, like, a fuck ton of spirit energy. I mean, just standing in front of Aizen and not instantly, like, being wiped out of existence was kind of proof of it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know why people say that, like, if they have no spirit energy at all, like, they're completely fucked, when all you have to do is just be slightly stronger than the average individual. Slightly stronger than the average individual, excuse me, in order to do it. Oh, who's the best waifu? I don't really know. Nami, I guess. So the thing about, like, Gin in this series is that, like, He's what, a triple agent? What the term is like? What, a triple agent? He was a double agent for Aizen, but a triple agent for the Soul Society because nobody knew that he was actually working on for them. Imagine half D-Clan because of his mom and half whatever Garling is. He basically be like an Uchiha Senju hybrid type shit. But the thing is that, like, I don't know. I feel like with Gin, it kind of felt almost bad in my opinion. I'll show you guys in a second how much longer Ichigo. I'll get to it like in a second. I'll get to it in a second. Picked up, emergency, wouldn't wake up, family. I don't care about any of this. I'm in shock. How did you guys adjust so fast? I know you're hiding something from me. Didn't hear me. Kanonji stick turned into ashes when he got close to him. So he's not that big of a cheater. So he's here. Edge of the town. Okay, do you think you found, weren't you? I just stopped pretending to look for you. Did you think you were found? You weren't. I just stopped pretending. Okay. I'll just take this real quick. Like Whitebeard was. Okay. It really did turn into ash. Then how about this? Come on, guys. Boom. Are you crazy? Why? It didn't work. A guy dressed like Ichigo had a sword. This ought to get to him. Are you sure? Maybe give me that fool. Oh, Furo Man. You're really shaking, Furo Man. Tsuchi Namasu. And then he punches the ground. And then that happens. Time to run away. All good for is running away. Okay. I don't really need any of that. I'm back. Captain Aizen. No. There we go. Give me 1 second. I'll just take these first. I'll just take these. Who cares? Okay. So. The fuck is this? I don't know. Okay. I'm back. Captain Aizen. So you are. So what did you do with her? I killed her. Her spirit energy is certainly gone. I'm surprised. I thought you might show her mercy. Mercy. I don't have anything like that. Didn't I tell you from the first time we met each other? I'm a snake. My skin is cold. I have no heart. I slither looking for prey with the tip of my tongue. I swallow the people I care about whole. That's the kind of nature, that's the kind of creature I am. Don't you remember that? Okay. What are you guys doing? Stop staring. I'm getting a little bored with trapping rats. After we kill these kids, after we've hung their bodies somewhere conspicuous outside of town, we'll begin the creation of the oak. And if that's the case, I'll take care of those kids. Gin. Oh. Okay, yeah, here's the thing, right? So he betrays Aizen and ends up stabbing him through the chest. The only way to escape Kyokusui gets his power is to touch the blade before complete hypnosis has been activated. It took decades to get that out of you. Not a single person in the 13 court guard squad companies knows that fact. Yet they all thought they could kill you. It was interesting to watch them try. But I'm the only one who can kill you, Captain Aizen. I knew it if I kept you close, aware of your plan, because I was curious to see how you try to take my life. I knew it. I knew you were the bad guy. I knew you were going to betray me at some point. He knows everything, man. Like, this guy, this is what I think that makes Aizen such a corny ass guy. I knew this. I knew that. How about this, bro? How did you not know that Kisuke Urahara fucking outsmarted you then? God damn, Aizen is fucking annoying. I knew. I kept you close, aware of your plan, because I was curious to see how you try to take my life, but I'm disappointed if you thought you can kill me this easily. I don't. Okay, yeah, shut up, man. So fucking cringe, dude. Can you see it? Right here? It's chipped. Left a fragment inside of you. What? I told you my Bankai's ability a while back, didn't I? I'm sorry I lied to you. It doesn't stretch as long as I said. It doesn't stretch as fast as I said, but it does turn into dust for an instant the moment it expands and contrasts. And inside the blade is a deadly poison that dissolves cells. I see you understand now. Just now when I contracted my sword after piercing your chest, I left a fragment of it in your heart, Gin. If you had got something inside you, you better say it fast. Then again, even if you did, you're gonna die. And then kill Kamishini no Yari. Can you? You get to die with a hole in your chest. That should make you happy. Okay. Yeah. So my thing is, why the fuck did Gin just not try? Why the fuck did Gin just not tell everybody about it? Like, okay, listen, I get it. He was trying to get the ups on Aizen. He was trying to do all the things. He was trying to essentially make sure that he could have Aizen at the palm of his hand for years and 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 years for over a century or so, just so he could reach the moment where he can basically get Aizen in this position. But my issue is that if he got the Hogyoku, then Aizen would just fucking evolve again, bro. Like, the whole plan was stupid from the start because Aizen would just evolve from it, man. God damn, this is the shit that pisses me off about this scene. It's like, you did all of that without even remotely assuming that the guy might just, you know, I don't know, maybe, yeah, transform again, guy. It's over now. No, the fuck it's not, because guess what? Ching! No! He is now transformed into a big butterfly fucker. I win, Gin. The Hogyo you took may no longer be inside my body, but it belongs to me. And then it goes back to... I don't know why you would even allow the guy to get to this point, man. As soon as Aizen got the fucking Hogyoku put inside of him, I would have probably have gone out of my way to, like, grab that sword as quick as possible and just stab the motherfucker, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, he really is just a gaslighter, bro. There's no way I'm gonna sit here and believe that, oh, I knew about this, I knew about that. Like, bro, shut up. Shut your dumb ass up, Aizen. God damn, you're corny. Aizen is so corny to me, bro. Oh, I knew you'd defeat me. I knew you'd do this. I knew you'd do that. I don't know, man. That shit is so fucking cringe to me, dude. Okay. The sensation that knocked me out with a Hakufuku. Okay, get slashed. Cool. Good shit. Yeah. That's right. I discovered that the answer was the Hogyoku even before Kisuke Urahara did, but mine failed. I shaved the souls of hundreds of Soul Reapers and hundreds of Rukongai residents that had Soul Reaper potential and fed them all to the Hogyoku in order to complete it, but the Hogyoku was never satisfied, and judging from the test results, Kisuke Urahara's Hogyoku is not yet complete either. So I will take this Hogyoku and offer it mine. And when I do... Yeah. Boom, rips off his hand, cool. Evolution requires fear, the fear that one will perish if one remains stagnant. Thank you, Gin. Thanks to you, I finally become a being that transcends both Soul Reapers and Hollows, blah, blah, blah. Blasts through the building, blah, blah, blah. What is that? Blah, blah, blah. Gin, where were you? A Soul Reaper's robe? Where did you find something like that? I made up my mind, I'm gonna be a Soul Reaper. I'm gonna become a Soul Reaper and change things so you won't have to cry anymore. Yeah. I don't really care about it, like, his... I really don't care about, like, his whole... thing. I feel like the whole plan that Genichimaru went from the start was super fucking flawed, because, like, sure, allying yourself with Aizen to get to the point where you could, like, essentially get this one moment doesn't really mean anything if the guy would have gotten a power that would essentially have made your entire fucking plan, you know. Hey, thank you, Jake. Thank you so much. My birthday's tomorrow, by the way, guys. My birthday is tomorrow, but I'm just hanging out with you guys today. But yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like that was just a massive misplay on Gin's end. I probably would have stabbed through Aizen just in case earlier. There we go. And then Ichigo shows up. Also, why is Ichigo barefoot? Oh, by the way, drip. This right here, drip, no drip, drip. No drip, drip. No drip, drip. There you go. Best fit Ichigo's ever had, by the way. Best fit. Don't care. Best fit Ichigo's ever fucking had. Wait, his hair long. Maybe that's it, but doesn't he seem a little taller? Okay. Good. Okay. Tatsuki Keigo. Imoyama, who's that? Kuru Madanima. Just stay put. What do you mean? I don't feel anything. It's weird. I feel an overwhelming power from him. For Ichigo, I don't feel a thing. Ichigo, are you really Ichigo Kurosaki? Yeah. Grabs him. Yeah. What do you mean? Are you really Ichigo Kurosaki? I'm disappointed. I don't feel any spirit energy from you. If you're restraining your spirit energy, it's inconceivable that I wouldn't feel it. You failed to evolve. You failed to take advantage of the final opportunity I gave you. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Your eyes are stronger. Good. Now I can leave die with this in your hands. How disappointing. Ichigo, Aizen, let's go somewhere else. I don't want to fight here. That's pointless suggestion. Those are the words of someone with enough power to fight me. But don't worry, before Karakura is destroyed, you will. Boom. Alright, blitzes him. Takes him across to the other side. Cool. Throws him down by... Yeah. Impossible. He overpowered me. Let's do this, Aizen. It'll be over real quick. Yeah. Alright. Here comes the Uni Plus shenanigans. That's what I'm saying, man. Here comes all the Uni Plus shit. I understand now, Ichigo, why you lose your spirit energy. Why didn't you lose it at all? You relinquished it. I don't know what method you used, but you converted all of... Oh, I don't know. Guys, Aizen is humble. Guys, Aizen is fucking humble. He said, I don't know. That's me clapping cheeks from behind. That's me clapping his cheeks from behind because honestly, I would fucking curb stomp Aizen. But that's neither here nor there. Aizen is capable of admitting when he doesn't know something. Who knew? As in arm strength, leg strength, grip strength, throw speed, like speed. You've relinquished your spirit energy in exchange for heightened physical abilities because you gave up fighting me with spirit energy. But you should be in despair. I'll tell you why. Physical strength you're counting on doesn't come close to mine. Yeah. Whatever. Still worse than the goat Birdly. What the fuck is Birdly? Okay, yeah, so now he opens up his wings. Yeah. Teleports behind Ichigo. Swings. Boom! Guys, look, they're mountain level. Oh, look at that. They're mountain level. You dodged it well. But you must be surprised. One swing of my sword and the landscape changes. That's my power right now. Honestly, even I didn't know my power had increased this much. Mihawk feet. Mihawk feet. Absolute Mihawk feet. I am now able to test this power, which transcends that of Hollows and Soul Reapers. So my that's that mountain level. That's large boulder type shit. Oh look. Aizen's quotes aren't even that deep. I mean, if you so-called smart man says it's gonna be plausibly deep, within meaning Kubo trying so hard to make things quotable. Here's the issue with writing smart characters. You have to essentially write someone that is smarter than you are, and someone that is smarter than you are wouldn't be constantly choking on their own phallic member by how smart they are. I don't know, man. It's really annoying. Anyway, like Aizen out here talking like, oddly enough, it seems my right hand has fused with my Zanpakuto to as the conclusion of my evolution. Perhaps it seems my right arm has perhaps it is the natural form of a Zanpakuto. But I was able to figure out from the clash of our swords that our evolutions are not the same in the same dimension. If I want, I can shatter your sword with one stroke. Yeah, I'm about to give you a stroke, Aizen. I'm about to give you a long, hard stroke. Ching! Okay, there we go. Grabs the blade. Impossible. I could understand if he evaded it. No, it should have been too fast for him to dodge, yet it is conceivable that he did. But he caught it? My attack? What are you so surprised about? Is it that unbelievable that I caught your attack? Are you scared because something you can't understand is taking place before your eyes? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is what I mean by when I say Aizen has no fucking drip at all. This is what I say. No, it's 100% difficult, and I wouldn't say that I can write a character that's smarter than me. I would say that like, as an example, Kishimoto wrote a very good example of that with Shikamaru, but I feel like where Kishimoto also failed is that he failed to provide many more examples of how Shikamaru could potentially be smarter than him, because in only really like a few instances did Shikamaru defeat an opponent because he was just blatantly more intelligent than them, right? Tamari, Tayuya, and Hidan. Those are like the only 3 times that you could ever remotely argue. How come y'all never say Shanks and Mihawk upscale? Those are like the only 3 scenarios where you can really argue that like Shikamaru is an innately smarter individual than even someone like Kishimoto, right? It's not easy, and I don't blame Kubo for this either. I'm not saying that I could write any better either, but like, yeah, no, it's not easy to write a very smart character, let alone one that is supposed to be a genius even in comparison to yourself. Here comes the first uni plus shenanigans. I don't think that is tanking a black hole is uni, but anyway. So, yeah, no. And the thing with Aizen, and the thing that I will always say, he didn't even beat Tamari or Tayuya. He beat Tamari. No. Let's clear something up. He beat Tamari. He just gave up. He willingly gave up because he said, I don't have enough chakra to perform all the other hundreds of plans that I made up. As for Tayuya, yeah, he just straight up lost to her. He just didn't have like the actual raw power. And no, Aizen did not kill anyone, but I wouldn't really view that as a metric to like really make Aizen like him. But I'll get to that in a second. The thing, by the way, I'm not reading any of this because all of this is meaningless. He's just calling out the things for his whatever the fuck. Don't speak to me in a triumphant manner. Your physical strength merely exceeded mine for an instant. I'll crush you to dust with my Kido, and such miracles will occur no more. Yeah, anyway, so the thing about a character like Aizen, the reason why I say he's a fucking fraud is because he bases everything off of his own intelligence, but the moment that this dude can't comprehend something, the moment that, like Ichigo said, something he can't understand that took place right in front of him, he crashes out immediately. He's already upset. Look at him. He's upsetty spaghetti. Look how upsetty spaghetti this guy is, bro. He is fuming right now. The fact that he's calling out all of these chants just to try to catch Ichigo with Kuro Hitsugi is just, and then taunting about it is like, oh yeah, no, I'm still super smart, Big Chief. I'm still the smartest guy around. You simply overpowered me. You ungabunged my intelligence, so now I'm gonna stick you in a black coffin. This Kuro Hitsugi, performed with a full incantation by a being who transcended hollows and soul reapers, is a torrent of gravity that distorts space and time, a thing someone like you could never comprehend. It's a black hole, my guy. It's not that interesting. It's not that complex. You're making a black hole. The source of his pride is his Hogyoku. Aizen himself has conceded Kisuke Urahara is smarter than him. And that's the thing. Without the Hogyoku, Aizen's just a strong guy in the verse. That's all he is. He's just a strong guy. But that's the thing. It's like, he's a kid throwing a tantrum when the other kid is winning in the game. Yeah, no, he's a kid throwing a tantrum when the other kid is winning in the game that Aizen set up the rules for. And now he doesn't want to play anymore. And he didn't have a problem winning 10 times. That's what I'm saying, bro. Aizen is starting to crash out. Because the game that he made with the rules that he made up, he's now losing in it. It's like fucking Pegasus from the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't lose, I made the game! Fuck out of here, bro. Did you say the chapter 411 for Gain's statement is important for speed scaling? Yeah, I saved it. It was like 414. What the fuck? What 414 chapter statement? Wait. Okay, that was the last one. What chapter from 414? What statement? Yeah, what about it? Yeah, he lied about how fast the Zanpakuto is. Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I got all that. Yeah. Over quick, I see. Oh yeah, gotta go to the next one. Really sound like Homelander shit. That really... Because it is Homelander shit. You're just the strongest guy around, and you're just gonna talk your shit, and you're gonna think you're smarter than everybody else until somebody comes in and pops you in your mouth, and then after that, you're just gonna crash out. And that's why I have no respect for Aizen. Everything he does is because everything is falling within the borderlines of his plan, and he's super calm and... Yeah, no, he's simply super calm and always maintains his composure because at the end of the day, he knows like, oh no, I've already won. But the moment that he is put in a position where he's on the back foot, Aizen's a little bitch. He loses his entire composure, and it's not even like the good type of like loss of composure where you're like, I'll even give you a good example of losing composure. I'll give you a perfect example of that shit right fucking now. Where the fuck is it? Madara lost his composure like multiple times throughout the war arc, right? Somewhere around here, right? It was like somewhere around here. No, it was like, no, it actually has to be a little bit farther up. 30. Maybe it's a little bit before this. There it is. This is a loss of composure where Madara is entirely calm from the very start of the fight. He's extremely fucking composed from the moment he pops out, but the moment he gets a whiff of Hashirama, as soon as he gets a whiff of Hashirama's testicles being reanimated, he's already smiling. He's already losing his shit. And as soon as Hashirama shows up, he's like, are you ready to fight, Hashirama? It's about damn time. See? That's a good loss of composure. Here's another loss of composure, and I saw what somebody wrote. Katakuri is another good example of loss of composure. Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? Where the fuck is it? Alright, somewhere around like here, right? Another point of a loss of composure, where he puts down Luffy, where he beats the shit out of him, and then he yells at the top of his lungs, is that all you've got? Is that all you've got to take me down? That's another a good form of composure. I'll even give you an example. Kaido never once lost his fucking composure. I don't give a fuck what you say. Oh, but Aizen's strong. I don't give a fuck if Aizen's stronger. I really don't care, like, who is stronger, because it's not always about a character being strong or weak. It's never about a character being strong or weak. But what I am getting at is that it's 444. As soon as Gear 5 Luffy pops out and does all the crazy shenanigans that he does, by the way, fantastic little cover. Let me just take that for me. Cover. Yeah, we'll do this one right here. As soon as that happens, he's not thinking to himself, given that you're transferring your rubber powers to other things, I suppose it can be interpreted as an awakening of a paramythia, but something doesn't add up. Body transformations like that are the trademark of Zoan powers. Kaido's never once losing his composure against Luffy. He's never once thinking to himself, oh, Straw Hat, you're pissing me the fuck off. No, he's smiling and he's continuing to throw shit even though Luffy is now giving him trouble. When Luffy throws lightning, Kaido is literally smiling to himself saying, you grabbed lightning, eh? Preposterous. That's the kind of shit I like. When a villain or a character who has been able to maintain a certain level of composure throughout the entirety of their on-screen time, even if they lose it for a moment, doesn't become a little crying bitch the moment they're put on the back foot. And that's why I don't like about Aizen. He does all of this shit just to act like a little bitch that it's out here sweating his balls off. That's out here literally leaving a massive little gland of sweat just trickling down the side of his face because he's like, it's not fair. It's not fair. Sorry, I don't like Aizen. I really don't like him as a villain. Look at him. He's transforming because he crashed out. Feels strange, doesn't it? You asked me before why I backed away from you. Now you're backing away from me. Should I ask you now? Why did you back away from me? Type shit, Ichigo. Type fucking shit. That's aura right there. When you're looking at the guy who said all of the shit, yeah, I do think, to be fair though, yeah, I do think he's an overrated villain. Chair Aizen, I'm not saying that, like, other versions of Aizen aren't much better than this. I do think that, like, Chair Aizen does look better than this version of Aizen. I never said that all of Aizen's versions didn't have drip. I do think that the Chair version does have drip. But the difference here is, when you realize you're on the losing end, is pretty realistic. That's what I'm saying. But, like, even Chair Aizen doesn't give off this level of pompous, preposterous bullshit, because at least at that point he realized, oh yeah, no, I can lose at any point. Like, I really could lose. Aizen pisses me off, dude. Every point onward before Chair Aizen, I do not like this character. And I'm gonna see how I feel about him later on, but I genuinely do not like this character for most reasons, and I do think that he's a little too cocky for my liking. Doesn't Ishin know the existence of Final Getsuga Tensho? Mean he could do it or potentially can? Why didn't he go Final Get? Because I don't know why the fuck Ishin lost his Soul Reaper powers. I forgot. I think that was like in the back, in like the flashback of like him and Ichigo's mom, but I don't remember why the fuck he lost them. And also, I don't know why the fuck he doesn't just come in here with Ichigo. Well, I mean, he was super tired, but that's neither here nor there. Are you exultant because you stopped my swing? Are you exultant because you crushed my keto? Are you exultant because you wounded me? Don't be so full of yourself, human. And now look at him. He's crashing out. He's crashing out now. There we go. Aizen crashed out. Aizen crashed out so hard, he had to fucking transform again. He literally pulled off a Dragon Ball transformation. And the craziest part is, besides him looking gross, I genuinely do not believe Ichigo needed to use Final Getsuga Tensho to put him down. I see, so you cannot allow it, Hogyoku. You can't forgive a human getting the better of me. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. So why don't you hate Blackbeard for the same thing? Because Blackbeard's character isn't devised on this idea that he's some super suave, super massive level intellect character that planned everything ahead and is willing to do it all. Blackbeard... The difference between Blackbeard and Blackbeard and Aizen is that A, his plans aren't very convoluted. He does, coming from a Sukuna fan, but the difference between him and Sukuna is that Sukuna earned himself the top 1 position in his verse. Aizen did not. Aizen used every means possible to essentially power himself up to a point where he could reach this extent and he's still looking like dog shit. In Sukuna's case, he became a walking calamity from the moment he died, from the moment he died, he essentially reached the line that bordered between himself and other people. He didn't give a shit. He didn't have any kind of relationships. He didn't need to manipulate anyone. Well, besides Yuji in a sense, but even then, not really. He simply said, let's make a deal.
You give me 1 minute, that's kind of it. If you want to say that's to the same level as Aizen, sure, but there is still context behind both scenarios. The difference between Sukuna and Aizen is that Sukuna didn't really need all of this shit. He didn't really need to do all of this shit to be top 1 of the verse. Aizen did. Aizen 100% did. And the difference between that and the difference between something like Aizen and Blackbeard is that Blackbeard is willing to look like a goofball and a fucking idiot most of the time if it means getting through to what he wants. He will take the punches, take the hits. He's not out here, oh, I knew you were gonna do this. Ooh, I knew you were gonna do that. Oh, I had planned all of this from the very start. No, everything that Blackbeard does, it still somehow ends up with him getting a massive punch to the fucking face and having blood literally dripping out of his nose from the damage that he's taking. Like, Blackbeard, everything that Blackbeard got, including the Gura Gura no Mi, the Yami Yami no Mi, he did it through treachery, through all this shit, and that's all fine. That's all completely fine. I have no issue with treachery. I have no issue with backstabbing, motherfuckers. What I don't like is the overly pompous attitude where you're constantly like, I knew this, I knew that, I knew everything that was gonna happen. Oh, you were gonna betray me? But I already knew it. All your fights, I planned them. Where you were gonna land, I already knew all that stuff. Like, no, bro, that's fucking lame. I'm sorry, that's lame. At least with Blackbeard, some things had to go right for him in order for him to get to even this point. And even then, he's out here, look at him, covered in blood, fucked up. He's getting his hands dirty. He doesn't get his hands dirty to an extent where he's getting everything he can on his own. No. He's no Rox D. Zebek by any means. Rox D. Zebek got his hands dirty. He went in, made his crew, did all the things. Blackbeard, sure, used some treachery, manipulated everyone to get his crew and everything, but at the end of the day, Blackbeard is also the type of guy that once he shows up, once he's on the battlefield, he's willing to get his hands dirty and get fucked up even if it comes to it and still somehow walk out on top. That's why I respect Blackbeard way more as a character than I ever will for someone like Aizen. Aizen has other people do his dirty bidding for him, and while you might be able to make the same kind of case for someone like when you may be able to make somewhat of a case for someone like, I don't know, Blackbeard and post time skip, he's also like conquering multiple fronts at the same time in order to get a lot of the things that he needs in order for his plan to succeed. And he's also going into the battlefield himself, like when he went in to fight Law. And as Six said, Sukuna accepted defeat. Sukuna didn't bitch about it. He didn't moan about it. He was getting tight towards the end of it, but he wasn't like, I can't let this brat kill me. I can't lose to him. Roar! No. He simply said, if this keeps happening, I'm going to lose. I have to stop the brat. And that was it. And then he loses. And you know what he says? You know what? Maybe the brat wasn't wrong. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I lost. One day you will need to break down on what Aizen is lacking as a villain. I do not like Aizen as a villain. Man, it is... And all of this would at least make some kind of a sense to me if I understood the motive behind why Aizen does the things that he does. If you were planning like Aizen, wouldn't you be as cocky as Aizen? Not necessarily. You don't have to be as cocky as Aizen and also plan everything ahead. What about villains like Frieza? Frieza is an exceptionally, and I really do mean an exceptionally pompous... Frieza is an exceptionally pompous and evil character, someone who does not give a fuck about the lives of anyone else, including his own family members, right? There's a big difference between Frieza and someone like Aizen, and it's that Frieza doesn't do the things that he does. Frieza doesn't do the things that he does because he's planning for some ulterior high-end scheme or whatever. He simply does the things that he does because he can, because he's evil. He is innately evil and he knows it. He doesn't give a fuck about life. He doesn't give a fuck about anybody. He has an empire. He makes his money and he'll kill anybody who tries to stop him. You ever seen the Team 4-Star bit where Frieza was like keeping a track of every single insult that somebody had ever said to him and he was just keeping like a little notepad of him in the back of his mind? Frieza's the type of villain. Frieza is just your average true evil villain down to their very rotten core that does things for their own selfish gain. Aizen does these things for an ulterior motive, which is to take down the Soul King and disturb the balance of the world, but why he does it, I don't understand, and why he would want to do it makes absolutely no fucking sense to me because there's no reason for him to fucking do it. I still do not understand why he was supposed to do it. I still don't understand why he needed Ichigo to help him evolve. He already evolved once off of Gin Ichimaru betraying him. So why the fuck does he need to evolve again? Why the fuck does he need to push his powers? If he's already at this point, where he can already go, where he's already sure of himself that he can go into the Soul King's palace and fight Squad Zero, and even then, if Squad Zero is not meant to be a problem for him, he wants to become the Soul King. He does not want to become the Soul King. That is not what I understand. Let me actually look that up. Does he want to become the Soul King? Aizen, Bleach. Let me look this motherfucker up. What was his plan's goal? Masqueraded, blah, 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 blah. For a century, masqueraded as a benevolent order force after retrieving ultimate goal of reaching and overthrowing the Soul King. Uses his force. Okay, so he wants to overthrow the Soul King. Fantastic. Whoop-de-doo. Why? Why does he want to do that? Why? What's the reason? Well, if you want to plan a whole theater for the whole world for years without anyone knowing it, wouldn't you be proud? I get it's fine to be proud of it, but the difference here is that every single thing that Aizen done, including all of his fights, are not interesting to me in the slightest bit. Because everything always just borders down on Kyoka Suigetsu and him just being immune to whatever the opponents are doing. Like, sure, if you're going to say that Aizen wasn't going to beat Squad Zero, well, guess what? He didn't need to have Ichigo become a problem for him. That's where things stop making sense to me. If Squad Zero is as powerful as you people say that he is, that they are, then they would have been the right kind of power for him to continuously evolve. And the difference here is that he wouldn't have had to have had some puny human Soul Reaper to go through all of this shit just so he can get to a point where he can maybe test out his power. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense to me, man. A villain like Cell just wants to become the perfect being, and he's just evil, man. Like, there's nothing about Cell. Cell is just a Dragon Ball villain. Trying to bring up a character like Cell to a character like Aizen, I mean, they're both just pure... I think the difference here, I guess, could be made that they're just pure evil, and that's it. You could maybe argue Aizen's pure evil if you want. I don't know if that's exactly true, but I don't know if that's exactly false either. Like... when it comes to a character like Aizen, it's like there's kind of no way to fully understand why the fuck he does the things that he does, and there's nothing to go off of. Even Kubo said you're not meant to comprehend Aizen. But here's the thing. I'm not asking you to give me a backstory. I'm not asking you to make him sympathetic. What I'm asking is why he's trying to overthrow the Soul King. I need an actual reason. How did he learn of the Soul King? Why did he reach this power? How did he come to understand that he could build this plan off of nothing? I want to see the gears turning. I want to understand those parts. I don't want to understand him as a person. I only need to understand why, what is the reason he's trying to do the thing that he's trying to do. Am I misunderstanding Kyoka Suigetsu works, or couldn't Aizen have killed off all the captains without them even knowing it? Yeah, he could have. Yeah, he could have. He could have always done everything. He could have always taken down the captains. He never would have known. He would have made them all think each of them are the fucking villain, dude. I don't know why he doesn't just do that. And if he was supposed to be the strongest Soul Society, and if he was supposed to be the strongest guy in the Soul Society, it shouldn't have been a problem for him to just slaughter everybody right then and there. Just take the Hogyoku, slaughter it doesn't make sense. Why? Like everything that he did, I feel like everything that he did was just so he could have a way to take down Genryusai Yamamoto with what's-his-face, and even then, what's-his-face wasn't even, like, the best option possible. Wonder Weiss wasn't even, like, the best. He wasn't the strongest in the Soul Society. Yamamoto was gonna wipe the floor. I know. I talked about Yamamoto. But, like... One second. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know what's the point of letting your protagonist gain power and power and power and power if at the end of it all, it's just going to end up with you losing at the end. I don't know, man. Aizen was planning to overthrow the Soul King because the Soul King didn't have any will, basically a corpse on a throne, and for the Soul King, aristocrats decided everything covering behind the Soul King title. Is that ever explained? Or is that just like the conclusion that you formulated? Would you call Aizen a walking plot contrivance and device? I wouldn't call him a walking plot contrivance. I wouldn't really say that. I wouldn't call him a walking plot device, but everything he says feels like a plot device. Actually, he's kind of a plot device. Nothing happens without Aizen. Like, unironically, the Quincy's just come back and kill everybody if it weren't for Aizen. You certainly did shatter and transcend the boundary between Soul Reapers and Hollows for a moment, but having lost all your power, you're the only a shelf of your former self. You're no longer worth taking in and understanding. Now you will die at the hands of a truly transcended being. By killing you, I bid farewell to despicable beings known as Soul Reapers and Hollows. It's over, Ichigo Kurosaki. I've read the entirety of Bleach, and nothing suggests he was going to kill this because he's a mindless ruler. Aizen was literally careful in testing the waters. That's fine and all. He still lost to this asshole that he made. I still don't understand why he had to make him. If you wanted to continuously evolve, just go to the Soul King Palace. They would have given you just as good of a fight, if not a better fight, considering that you might be able to argue that they're not as strong as, I don't know, Dangai Ichigo. Oh, Black Zetsu's way worse. Black Zetsu's way worse. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. How did Aizen get to become as strong as he is? How did Aizen become as strong or as powerful as he is? Like, within the context of, like, those are just things I'm trying to figure out, man. When you learn the story of behind the Soul King Squad Zero, the formation of Souls, you'll be clear that the Soul Society needs to burn. Oh no, I'm aware that the Soul Society needs to burn. You just have to read the Soul Society arc to know that the Soul Society needs to be burned down to a fucking crisp. Also, this right here, and I've been waiting. I have been fucking waiting for this fucking scene right here. Aizen's got him. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. I'll show you. This is the final Getsuga Tensho. This is that form. I don't care about any of this. Ichigo is saying, is this all you've got? Aizen's got a bunch of energy rings wrapped around his head, ready to blast him the kingdom come. And Ichigo just slashes it all away. No, Ichigo just slashes it all away. Why did you need to use the final Getsuga Tensho? Why did you need to use it? I need to figure out why the fuck you needed to use the final Getsuga Tensho. This is the final Getsuga Tensho. This is... What is that form? Yeah. So you're still on your feet, Ichigo. I told you I wasn't going to fall until you told me what the final Getsuga is. And as I said, I don't intend to tell you. Yeah. Why? If you really wanted to defeat me, we could have done it from the start. Our powers are that unequal. If he really had no intention of teaching it to me, he could have stopped fighting and hide from me. He could have done that much. Why? Why did you just feel loneliness flowing from his sword? Yeah. He lets go and lets him stab him. Well done realizing it. The final Getsuga Tensho can only be achieved by accepting my blade. There's no pain. Of course not. Tenza Zangetsu is you. If you choose to accept it, there should be no pain when it pierces you. Why are you crying, Ichigo? Do you remember what I said when this fight began? I intend to protect... What wasn't what I intended to protect? What I wanted to protect was you, Ichigo. Yeah. What? What do you mean? My meaning and the secrets of this technique should be passed through the blade. Ichigo, if you use this technique, the final Getsuga Tensho is for me to become Getsuga itself. Yeah. Corny ass. Drip, but corny ass. Using this technique means I lose all of my Soul Reaper powers. That's why it's the final one. And it still doesn't do a single goddamn thing. It can't be having to evolve to a plane beyond the Soul Reapers, just as a two-dimensional plane entities cannot interfere with the three-dimensional plane entities unless I purposely lowered my level to allow myself to be interpreted with my spirit energy, could not be sensed by Soul Reapers or humans. Can it be? Could it be? Could he be on an even higher plane? Cool. That can't be. Of course, it can't be possible. No human can surpass me. That's not... Look at him, crashing out again. Crashing out again, Aizen. You're looking like a little bitch. Boom. Cool. Anyway, if he couldn't sense Ichigo's spiritual pressure the entire fucking time, why did Ichigo have to use the final Getsuga Tensho? If you use this technique, you lose all your powers. Yeah. Corny ass. Also, I find it corny. I find it corny as all hell that this is the second time Kubo... This is really... He needed to finish... No, he did not need to finish off Aizen because he was never going to finish him off. We've established this. Getsuga Tensho does nothing, bruh. Getsuga Tensho is not a move that kills the opponent. Getsuga Tensho is the move that you use when you're trying to simply... I don't even know what the fuck you're trying to do, honestly. You might... Just slashing them normally would do more than fucking hitting them with the Getsuga Tensho. Look at that. Didn't even finish him off. He's back. You're still regenerating? Look at that. Didn't even beat him. He's back. Oh, now look, crap, my Soul Reaper powers are disappearing. Look at that. You know how crazy this all would have been? You know how crazy this all would have been if Kisuke Urahara wasn't actually the best fucking character in this entire fucking series? Ichigo would have died. Is disappearing. You know what that means? My Hogyoku has determined I no longer need a Zanpakuto. I'm like you now. I'm one with my Zanpakuto and its powers. No, I will reach heights far higher than you now that you've lost your power. It's over, Ichigo Kurosaki. There you go. What is this? Aikido? When did you...
Looks like it finally activating. Is this your doing? I fired it. I fired that Keto into you in a separate Keto before your metamorphosis was complete, when you were at your most vulnerable. So that was when. It's a seal. If you fuse with the Hogyoku, I knew it would be nearly impossible to kill you, so I developed this new Keto to seal you up. I see, I'm sorry, but look, I'm about to evolve still further. You can't seal me away with a Keto of this level, blah, blah, blah. What is this? The power that I acquired, what? The power that I acquired is disappearing. That's the will of the Hogyoku. The seal I fired into you is finally taking effect because your power was weakened. Hogyoku is saying it doesn't recognize you as a master anymore. Blah, 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 blah. It's not possible. Kisuke Urahara, I despise you with a brilliant mind as yours. Why do you accept the status quo? Why? How can you be obeying that thing? That thing, you mean the Soul King? Oh, you saw it. Why, when did he see it? I want to know that. When did he see the Soul King? Without the Soul King, the Soul Society would be divided. It's what bonds us together. Without such a bond, we crumble easily. That's how the world is. That's the logic of a loser. A winner doesn't ask how the world is, but how it should be. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sure. Whatever. I don't know, man. He was an entire plane above Aizen. I don't know about that. He was an entire plane of existence above Aizen. Ichigo only used Getsuga Tensho when he wants to give his opponents a relaxing back massage and confirm. I can confirm he's used it on me. It's sad that it didn't live up to the name being the final Getsuga because they continue to let us down. That's what I'm saying. Are there any circumstances where a one-sided beatdown worked as a final battle for a story arc? Because this fight kind of blows. That's what I'm saying. I like the idea of one-sided beatdowns. One of the story that I'm writing has a ton of one-sided beatdowns, but it only happens after, like, the protagonist fully fucking adapts to, like, the opponents. Maybe Aizen feels so good because Ichigo sucks as a protagonist. Maybe, man. Maybe. The repairs are complete. Inspector, 1,000 clear. The living personnel with the Tenkai Pro. Okay, I don't care about any of this. Captain, the living Senkai Mon is dangerous. My generosity sickens me. Hurry up, you're dead. All right, I think I'm over this. I'm done. I don't have to read any more Bleach for today. All right, we got through one of the worst parts of Bleach, in my opinion. Wow. Yeah. Man, Ichigo lost his powers just to get them back like 6 months later. Cool. I don't get it, man. I don't get the point. Okay. I'd be willing to forgive so much about Bleach if Kubo just had the nuts. If Kubo just had the active balls to actually sit there and just continue with a decision that he makes. By the way, this is the most drippy Sosuke Aizen look. This right here with the eye patch and everything. I don't know why he has an eye patch, actually. It makes no sense to me, but this is probably the best Aizen look. Anyway, I don't understand why. I genuinely just don't understand how and or why someone like Kubo would constantly write his protagonists to lose their powers just for them to get it back. You know what I mean? Just doesn't make any sense to me. If that was the ending of Bleach, them finally defeating Aizen, I think I would have been okay with it. I think I would have been fine with Bleach. I know of the 1,000-Year Blood War. I don't think it needed to add anything like, anything extra, like, I don't know, the other Bankais or Ichigo's fucking mom's past and everything. It could have all have been added. It could have all. Check Discord of the very context clips I made. Sure. Bro, Ichigo lost his powers 4 times. Like, wow, yeah, it's kind of crazy. And it's not just, and Ichigo's not just the only character that, like, also loses their powers. Uryu also lost his powers and then just gained them right fucking back. Like, there's no stakes here. There's genuinely no point in him, like, even worrying about using the final Getsuga Tensho when he's just, what's worse? Aizen's worse. Aizen as a villain is, whose defeat was worse? Aizen's. Like, with Madara, at least you can maybe, like, have the cope-induced, you could have, like, the whole cope-induced or plot-induced bullshit take that, like, he was too strong for the story, blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah, sure, Kaguya, the foreshadowing was dog shit, but at least, whatever. Who's the better villain based on your opinion? In terms of who? Aizen or Madara? Madara. Madara's 100% a better villain. He's got way, and I do mean way better foreshadowing for, like, his introduction, his arrival. He was basically introduced right at the start of Kenjaku. I'm gonna say this. And I'm going to say this this is probably going to piss a lot of you off. Kenjaku, in my opinion, is a way better fucking villain to me than someone like
than someone like Aizen. What the fuck? What is this? Why is who the fuck is this? Why is what's her name? Viper from Street Fighter pointing a gun. All right, I don't even know. All right, mentions and memes, sure. Oh, there's a lot of memes here. I haven't checked out the Discord in a minute. I haven't had time. Okay. As soon as he gets a whiff of Hashirama's testicles, oh yeah. I'm a funny fuck. All right. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Kenjaku is definitely an underutilized villain, but the difference between someone like him and someone like Aizen is that, unlike him, you can actually feel like he not only has some actual, instead of him just saying, oh yeah, I planned everything along, I planned all this shit, blah 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 blah, like him having to pompously say, all of this was according to my plan, blah 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 blah. Instead of him having to say all of these things and trying to make himself sound like the smartest motherfucker in all of fucking fiction, he simply said, this guy first of all doesn't walk around painting some bullshit ass facade for himself. He basically just says, yeah, no, I made a cage by putting my brain in a woman's body and then having sex with the King of Curse's nephew. And then says, why are you doing everything? Why are you doing everything? Well, here's the thing. Kenjaku, you could say Kenjaku was maybe like took a backseat to Sukuna, but here's the thing. I don't think both of those things are I don't think that phrase is entirely true. Kenjaku is the main villain, or at least in a sense, the main antagonist, in the sense that he's the biggest driving force for why all the situations are happening. He started the calling game, he united all of the disaster, well, he didn't unite them, but he essentially used the disaster curses to create a scenario where he could start up the calling games, and he does all of this, and mind you, it's not the most intricate or fucked up explanation, it's not some kind of a metaphysical conversation about society as a whole, or why the fuck people are the way they are, or why villains are the way that they are. No. The reason why Kenjaku does everything is he was fucking bored. And you know what? I like that. The guy has lived for over 1,000 years. He has existed for countless identities for over 1,000 years. There are moments where he acts like whomever he's possessing unintentionally, such as when he caught himself suddenly acting like Suguru. He's arrogant, sure, he's arrogant, but he does possess the skills to back it up, and not in a way like Aizen where it's like, oh, all of you are beneath me, I can take you all on my own if I really wanted to. Not because of any overpowered ability either. As a matter of fact, the only other time we really see him do anything crazy is when he's fighting Yuki and Chozo. And even then, he's just a goofy, like Six says, he's just a goofy, silly guy that is doing all of this stuff because he is bored. He has lived for 1,000 years. He is the most evil jujutsu sorcerer in all of its history, besides Sukuna. He has experienced virtually every single thing that a human could experience in over 1,000 years, and he said, you know what? I'm gonna do it, because real talk, it's probably gonna be interesting. It's probably going to be really fucking interesting. Even after existing for 100 years, he's fascinated by the possibilities presented by cursed energy. He essentially wants to know the true potential of cursed energy in the form of a being and believes he can discover it by creating uncontrollable chaos. He created the Death Womb paintings, he created all of these things just because he wanted to see what would happen. And the craziest part is, I kind of fuck with that. I kind of really do fuck with that. His whole thing isn't like, oh, I devised a plan over the last 1,000 years to figure out XYZ. No. He basically just said, I tried to do this a couple of times. I failed all those other times. I'm trying it out this way, differently this time. And you know what? I'm cool with that. He has his flaws, but it also doesn't come across as a piece of shit when it happens. Even when he has his fucking head chopped off in what some people would say a very underwhelming way. He doesn't crash out. He doesn't say anything. He just says, you guys are going to have to deal with this now because I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know, man. Kenjaku just seems like such a more interesting villain to me. Cause like, even if the reason was because I can, that still works completely fine for me. I don't know. Takaba, curse technique, Suguru Gato, trivia. Where the fuck was it? Kenjaku display, Chozo, Kenjaku ultimately, Yuki spider, maximum. Yeah. So Kenjaku responded by targeting when he regained his confidence and reactivated his technique. Understood he was able to realize he could only win by satisfying the desire for comedy rather than actual fight. Yeah. All that stuff. Anyway. Guys, I think it's about that time. I think I'm going to head out. Thank you all so much for the kind birthday gifts. Thank you all so much for just telling me happy birthday. I'll be sure to have a good day tomorrow. Just to, have a good one. I don't usually like birthdays all that much. So you think it's the best Bleach villain? I don't know, man. I don't think it really. Like, what's a really good Bleach villain in your opinion? I don't know. I don't like Aizen at all. As a villain, I do not like Aizen. Yuha Baha is just Nazi Jesus. He almost gives me Aizen vibes, but without the whole, but take away the whole, I am the smartest guy ever. And that was fun for Kenjaku. That's what I'm saying. He's doing it because it's fun. He's not doing it because, I need to do this. I'm trying to destroy the status quo. No, he's just, I just want to see what happens. I just want to cause chaos. I kind of want to experience what happens if, like, I end up destroying the world because of it. You know what I mean? Like, if the entire world were to end up exploding and being destroyed or whatever because I ended up creating this ultimate evil, what the fuck is it called? The merger. Riko, Amanai, Six Eyes, Tengen, Synopsis. Like, Tengen informs, Yuta reveals, calling games, yeah. Shinjuku Showdown seizes Tengen completely following his death. The merger, Tengen is discovered among the remaining Sukuna following his expulsion. Opted to preserve Sukuna's remains in order to keep Tengen's barriers around Japan for the time being, while countermeasures and alternatives can be found. Yeah. Ulquiorra is just an aesthetically pleasing villain. What does he really do? He's just a puppet for Aizen, and he just doesn't care about life. Like, that's not really all that interesting to me. How about Metal Gear Rising villains? I don't know Metal Gear Rising well enough, but I do think the Jetstream Sam is pretty fucking cool. And General Armstrong is pretty funny. Do you like Boros as a villain? He's just alien conqueror. Pretty much had a Suguna mentality, seeking a worthy fight. Yeah, he's just an alien conqueror. He's cool, I guess. I don't like his design, but he's fine. I don't really have an issue. He got curb stomped by Saitama, I remember that. I haven't really watched One Punch Man past season 1. It's not a series that interests me at all. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you all later. Thank you all so much for joining. Kaido did not care about life either, so what's the point? No, Kaido cared about life. He didn't care about life, but he cared about dying in the best way possible. He wanted to die in a way that essentially made it so that, in a way that, like, people would remember him by, like Odin and Roger did. Kaido wanted to die in a way that nobody else had ever done before, and that people will always remember him by. That's the difference. Ulquiorra was just depressed slave of Aizen who did... What character development did he have, though? He just learned what a heart is? That's it? Byakuya was honestly the best villain. Yeah, no, Byakuya was honestly the best villain. At least I can now understand the reasons behind why he was being such a dickhead in the Soul Society arc. Although, again, doesn't he, like, break the rules eventually? I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, what's your point? You bring up Kaido, like, what's the point, right? Like, yeah. Kaido does the things that he does because it's survival of the fittest. He doesn't care about life because ultimately, if you can't give me a reason for why you should live, why should you be alive? That's the way he lived. Is the best, but I can understand why you think he's not. I mean, I'm not saying, listen, I never once will claim that my opinion is right over anybody else's. I can definitely make it hard to change my mind on something. How about Unohana if you count her as a villain? I don't count Unohana as a villain. He was a bit of a villain in, like, the Soul Society arc. Grew as a character, though. Kaido is static. Okay. How did he grow as a character? He simply say, I now understand what a heart is. Cool. That's that cool character growth, my guy. Cool. You no longer you no longer are this. No, he's still emo. Oh wait, no. That's cancel. Let me see if I can find it. Like, okay. What's so significant about Ulquiorra's quote unquote character development? It's not like anything came out of it. What came out of, like, what actual, by the way, this fight was ass. In the manga, this fight was ass. The anime version was way fucking better. I didn't know this shit was like a chapter and a half long. Seriously though, it's like, wait, let me see. It's, grabs blade, screams, charges a Cero, blasts, pops behind, rips sword off, grows arm back, Lanza del Relampago, shoots it, Lanza del Relampago, cuts arm off, catches it. Like, I don't know, this fight was kind of mid. Choreography-wise, I think the anime version did a much better job, but that's neither here nor... Like, what did he do? Like, oh, he saved Orihime? Is that it? Is that his character development? Super fast regeneration. Am I Orihime? Did you take it? Let's finish this. Are you gonna settle this? Blah, 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 blah. I guess this is it. Kill me, hurry up. You want to walk? I said, no, I don't want to take your life. To the very end, you never do what I want you to do. Just when I finally started to take an interest in you people, are you afraid of me, woman? I'm not. I see. What is heart? Can it be seen if I rip it? If I rip open this chest of yours? If I crush your skull, will I find it there? You women speak of it so casually, as if... I see. So this is it. The thing in the palm of my hands. Wow, that's great character development, man. Ulquiorra is such a deep villain. I don't know, man. That sounds like... Yeah. That's way more interesting than Aizen. At least I have a reason for why he wants to do the thing that he wants to do. That's what makes him way fucking more interesting. And honestly, how many times do we come across a villain that just says, why are you trying to upend and destroy the entirety of the world? Because I'm bored. Honestly, because I'm bored. Because I've experienced everything that life has to offer, unlike all of you. And now I kind of want to see something just go. I just want to see complete chaos now. Yeah, I know. That's a way more interesting thing than Aizen. It's opinions. It's completely opinionated. It's just, it's a subjective opinion. And it's all fine. If you guys like Aizen, that's completely fine by me. You guys can like him. I don't care for the character. He's completely ass. Like, Aizen, for the most part, is just completely ass to me. But yeah. What's the funny thing is that isn't a version of Ulquiorra fight Kubo wanted. The one from Hellverse worth is what he wanted or something like that. Yeah, I've heard of this. You think Rob Lucci has better writing than Bleach villains or something like Zabuza? Rob Lucci is just an innate murderer. The thing about Rob Lucci is that he's just a psychopath he's just a psychopath. He does everything that he does because the world government allows him to kill in the name of their justice. And as long as he gets to kill those that the world government deems fit, he'll do whatever the fuck he wants. That's a good villain in my opinion. His moral compass is entirely relegated on whether or not somebody is of use to the entire world itself. And hey, that's not a bad thing, honestly. I think in terms of writing, I don't think he's as deep, but when it comes to like the actual execution, I think he's way better than some Bleach villains. Zabuza's just villain from the hidden. He's just villain from the hidden beast. Is a lonely soul. He had nobody that can relate with, and Ichigo noticed that when he was clashing. He could have done good if he met the right people. Where the fuck did you read that? Because I didn't see a single thing even remotely close to that. Where the fuck was that even remotely stated? Can you give me a chapter number for that? Because I did not read that at all. Yeah, he did have some minor development though. What chapter was that stated at? Because I swear I just read through all of that, and Aizen did not even remotely. How does King Ghidorah compare to Aizen? Dude, you gotta stop asking me questions about characters I have no idea about. If it's not One Piece, Bleach, Naruto, or Jujutsu Kaisen, I have no fucking clue. I remembered it from the anime version. Well, I'm not reading the anime version. I'm not reading that. I'm not watching through all that bullshit. Regardless, I'm actually going to watch the anime, though, but for, like, the final core. Didn't you watch Godzilla? Depending on which one. Which Godzilla? There's a lot of Godzillas, dude. If you're talking about the MonsterVerse movies, I've seen those. And, I don't know. Aizen's a transcended being. I don't know how I'm just going to scale him, dude. I don't know. People keep saying universal, higher dimension tier. Like, nothing really backs. They're just saying he's on another plane of existence. I don't know, man. Yeah, I know Ghidorah's the three-headed dragon. What I'm saying is I don't know what I'm supposed to scale him to. A world-ending threat? Cool. Same with Aizen. I don't know, man. Grimmjow as a villain, I mean, he just wanted to fight. I don't like his Resurrection. I don't like the design of it. He looks better in base. What am I supposed to tell you? Grimmjow is... Honestly, Thrag is a more... Honestly, Thrag is a more interesting villain to me than someone like Grimmjow, because like they said before, Thrag is a victim of his own success. With Grimmjow, it's more so like, I just want to prove nobody is better than me, and people are constantly proving why they're better than him. Wiped out a pocket dimension with Aizen as well. When did it wipe out a pocket dimension? Where was the fucking pocket dimension that he wiped out? Oh, absolutely not universal or extra dimensional. Transcendence should not equal universal. No, I mean the sense that being an antagonist. I don't know. King Ghidorah is a fucking mindless dragon that wants to absorb all the energy on the planet. Cool, I guess. Like, again, I don't know, man. I don't know. I made a blog and a versus battle wiki about One Piece planet size without using pixel calcs if you want to see it. I'm gonna head out, actually. Oh, Conquest. I was talking about Conquest, not Thrag. Thrag, I don't know much about Thrag. Doesn't scale to Yuha, Baha, or Ichigo. He doesn't even transcend to another plane like Ichigo. Grimmjow got the Vegeta energy. Yeah, no, Grimmjow got Vegeta energy. Guys, I've been in front of a computer for, what is it, 8 p.m.? I took like a 20-minute break around, like 10-minute break actually, like around like 5. I've been on the computer for like 7 hours. I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and a good rest of your weekend. I'll try to see if I can stream this weekend, but if anything, I'll catch you guys later. I'll keep reading through Bleach. I'll keep letting you guys know about what I think. Akame got killed versus Metal Gear Rising. That sounds interesting. I'll have to get rid of both of them. I am planning on possibly getting an Elgato soon. So, and if not for my birthday, I'll probably just wait till the end of the month. I hopefully will have made enough. I'll hopefully also have the video done by the end of the month. If you guys don't see me streaming for the next week or so, it's because I'm gonna be just working straight on editing. I'll just be editing from here on out not every single day, but every single weekday. The recording, I think it was a little under around 25 minutes long, so that should be what, like a week and a half's worth of editing. About like what, 7 days? It should be about like 7 days worth of editing. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. I'll talk to you guys all in the next one, guys. Peace out, and please take care of yourselves and drink some water. Please drink some water. Have a good day, guys.